saving grace in you, in you. You're the reason why I can open up, let down my walls tonight. We could run away, let our worlds collide. I'm staying where you are, 'cause only you could ever mend my tender heart. My secrets are all mine, 'cause only you could ever mend my tender heart. I'm seeing my saving grace in you, 'cause only you could ever mend my tender heart. I found the one, 'cause only you could ever mend my tender heart. I'm staying where you are, 'cause only you could ever mend my tender heart.
Song too far, we're on town, but it's not what you chose and you fell so hard that you didn't want it anymore. So afraid of what would happen that you let it go, taking a step down from heaven, 'cause you didn't know. Song so far and survived it. Couldn't you just do the same and make happen all the dreams that you let go? I'll be with you the whole way. I'll be in your heart, because my love is here to stay. It was from the start. Jump so high to the
Gaming Morning Show.
Tell your friends, tell your mom, Gaming Morning Show is on.
Wait,
Austin, your mom is here?
No.
Why did I look over where Bob is?
Austin, your mom is here?
Is she over there?
I sure hope not.
Is she in the box?
Whoa.
I haven't seen her in like 2 days.
Get out of here, B-Lin. I just got the new marble tile installed and you'll mess up the grout. Besides, like our friend Oh Guitar Boy said,
Sorry, KK.
it's time for the clinically acclaimed Gaming Morning Show. Or should I say, award-winning.
And we have a clip of the year, friends. It is the Lost City of D live.
Glad we won.
Woo! Burp, burp, burp.
Kiki Low is in search of something.
I need a D that works.
There's the D searching in the universe because the D is currently broken.
Gaming Morning Show won clip of the year.
Oh my gosh.
But don't you dare expect to put that Chris Emye clip, Emmy Memorial Clip of the Year trophy in this
I
box.
probably should have prepared something more special.
I'm getting the walls repainted soon. Now where to put the chandelier or the bearskin rug? Oh, and the piano, can't forget that.
Maybe there is somebody in the world that can help her. Maybe somebody who sings a song.
6 to 9 a.m. Pacific. If you wanna get specific, I couldn't imagine any other place to go than to start the day with the Gaming Morning Show.
gamer. It's Gaming Morning Show. Thanks for being here wherever you may be. Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, GamingMorningShow.tv. The captions interpreted what I was saying for a second. Is because the captions they're kind of figuring it out in real time, right? So the captions were like, "Where is he going? Where is he going with this?" And I was like, "Wait a second, that's not what I'm saying."
The captions every morning are just like, I'm wasting all my M's so early in the day.
Positive M's. There's too many of them. Just slow them down.
Don't run out of M's.
Someday we're gonna have a scroller across the bottom that's just like M. It's gonna be funny. It is the Tuesday show, Tuesday, February 15th, 2022, and thank you for being here wherever you may be. Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, GamingMorningShow.tv. No sign of Kate Zaid this morning, so if someone could reach out individually, that'd be great. Because
it's Earthling and Kiki, the new Downs and Kate.
First,
that were here early.
Yeah. Oh, wait a second. Kate Zaid is here. Good morning to you. It's good to see you. We were so worried.
We almost sent a search party. And by we almost sent a search party, I mean we almost said, K-Laugh, send a search party.
A warm welcome to our official head of research and development, K-Laugh.
Did you notice K-Laugh was working after the show? Because I don't think K-Laugh was here yesterday. But finally, like later on in Discord, acknowledged my caterpillar that I thought was a centipede. That I thought was a caterpillar, but I said centipede, and apparently it's like some sort of something worm or whatnot. So, tapeworm, a black cutworm.
Of course.
It was 8:10 p.m. Pacific time last night.
Wow.
Yes. The show was
Busy.
over for like 12 hours. So.
So we don't pay like extra after hours, right?
Yes, it's for the 3-hour window, and everything you do beyond that, it's completely up to you. Okay, it's part of our volunteer program. You are correct, though. Earthly Gaming was here first. Kiki Low followed 1 minute later, so it's good to see you both this morning. Scott Chick checked in at 3 after 6 o'clock, and then, of course, Kate Zaid is here.
To quote Kate Zaid, Stardew Valley sucks all the time.
So we are happy that you're here this morning, Kate. It's good to see you. Oh, you slept in today. Man, what's sleeping well? Okay, I have a story to tell. We had a Super Bowl party. Okay, it was a lot of fun. It was Sunday. Super Bowl is like a national holiday, big deal. So as you can imagine, chat, an extroverted situation, I was kind of eager to get going for the day. Okay, so I finally messaged the family thread, which is Sean, me, and the wives. It's like, hey, when can we start coming over? And I got a picture back at just before 12:30 Pacific time. Sean sleeping on the bed with, of course, right next to like the knee thigh area. Meow. Arturo was all snuggly,
Yeah, we were both. He was also spread out, being all long. But let the record show that was sleep part 2, because my wife and I got up at like 4 a.m. to prep the pork and get it in and get the meatballs going, and so we were awake from like 4 to like 6 or so, and then I went back to sleep because I had just flown in the night before, so 4 was way too early. So I went back to bed.
We accept your evidence and we'll add it to the official ledger. Okay, so it's in here.
It's a very adorable ledger.
I object of that ledger. It's far too adorable.
I just want to boop it.
No, overruled. Sustained means I would have accepted that. Sustained. No, overruled. Damn it. I will admit, that's what kind of where I was going with this, though, is what is sleeping in nowadays? We're both in our mid to upper 30s. Both are parents, right? Like, sleeping in for me is like 7:15. But I'm also an early riser, so that kind of also skews that timeline.
Yeah, I think that's pretty close for me too. I am not an early riser, but out of necessity, 5 days a week, I rise much earlier than I would otherwise, which skews the weekend. So yeah, sleeping in is usually, still by 8. I'm up. And anything later than that is purely for like a reason. Like, oh, I stayed up till, let's say, hypothetically, you're recording footage for the penultimate episode of a YouTube exclusive series. And say hypothetically you're expecting that to take like a couple hours, and instead it takes like 5.5 hours, and you stay up till like 3 or 4 in the morning. Then sleeping in past 8 a.m. Would happen. That was a fun night.
Wow. Speaking of which, completely unrelated, but today at noon Pacific time, episode 28 of the GMS Plays series Far Cry 6.
Yeah. And then say hypothetically, like, say you were editing and producing a penultimate episode of a YouTube exclusive series, and you had, say, like hypothetically, like 5.5 hours of footage to edit into an episode, and that you've been really busy and had to do it all in one night, say hypothetically, that would also lead to very little sleep, which would usually lead to sleeping in, hypothetically, but sometimes not hypothetically. I'm real tired.
I think you were up before me though today. So
yes, but it's easy to be up before you when you just like don't really go to bed.
You just go around the horn. Good morning to you, Digital.Games. Digital.Games is here.
Top of the Mora!
Kate Zaid said, sorry I left you all alone. I hope Scott, Chick, Earthling, and Kiki kept you company. So Downs has been apologized to for Kate leaving him alone in the pre-show by himself. That's okay. I was late today, said Downs. Work forgot it was launch day for a new collection. Now I am fixing it. Get it? I am JF Downs. I am fixing. Okay, it's funny to me.
I like it.
It's 6:14 now. Let's give you some agenda today. We have the Gaming Morning Show Morning Gaming News. That is coming up in about 10 minutes from now. We'll get the video game headlines of the day. We also have birthdays this day in gaming history. So if you have a birthday to celebrate, please let us know, because by all means, we would like to celebrate with you. Also, we'll tell you a story about an avatar robot that goes to school for a boy who has severe lung disease. So that's a important story, a serious story to share with you. A Swiss prison that was flooded with volunteers for 3 nights in jail. Did I say 4? No, with volunteers for 3. Okay, anyway, we're going to talk about that. And also, a boat that was launched by U.S. students has now landed in Norway.
Nice.
These are all...
It's very eclectic today.
Yes. And there's not like a Deer's Loose in Pittsburgh story.
Unless there's one hidden in here.
That could be. It's like, so this boat, hear me out, started in the U.S. It took a big trip out to Norway, and then after a deer got loose in Pittsburgh. Scott Chick had to go back to work. I'm disappointed in myself. I tried to catch Scott Chick before going back to work, because I was going to ask, how do we get GMS on at like the nurses station? I assume the formation might be similar, where there's like a hub, and then you can have like a little radio on or something like that, and then everyone can listen, but then they have to go do their nursing duties or something. Like, is that a thing?
I could be
a pod,
like a GMS cube.
Yeah,
it just spews our nonsense all day long.
I wanted a cylindrical cube though, so it's rounded corners, but
well, you don't want to stab anyone with the sharp corner.
Yeah, it's dangerous. You ever hit your head on the corner of a cabinet door?
Yeah,
it's brutal.
Yeah,
it's brutal. So that's all on the way. We also have a top 10 list, because today our topic of the day has to do with Squidward. I'm going to tell you that I have watched exactly 0 episodes of SpongeBob SquarePants. Sean, how many episodes of SpongeBob SquarePants have you watched?
More than 0, but like start to finish, definitely less than 10.
Yeah, and I am counting start to finish. Like, I know who lives in a pineapple under the sea. And yes, SpongeBob. Like, I get all that. I've seen the intro. I understand the premise of SpongeBob. I even know who Patrick is, so that's exciting. Because I could have opened up the show saying, like, I've never seen a single episode. Today is Annoy Squidward Day. You know, the starfish sidekick of SpongeBob SquarePants. But I'm smarter than that, so. Do you know who Squidward is?
I do.
Thank goodness.
I do. He plays clarinet.
Really?
Yeah. Unfortunately.
Why is that unfortunate?
It's unfortunate that I know that. I feel like that's something I don't want to know, but I do know.
Plays the clarinet. How do woodwind instruments work under the sea?
Oh, they for sure don't. But also sponges don't wear pants. So I think there's some artistic license going on.
It's almost like this is a work of fiction. Anyway, so we're asking you because Squidward is a secondary character. I think Squidward is the one who works at the same restaurant that SpongeBob does, right?
Yeah.
But it's
that
not
checks
the
out.
boss. The boss is like Mr. Crab or something like that, right?
Yes.
Okay. So actually, I think I have my like top 5 characters more aligned on SpongeBob than I thought. So that's good. That's good. So apparently today's topic is an actual official day of the day that was sparked because people who enjoy the show enjoy this one specific episode of SpongeBob where Squidward is named or is getting Employee of the Month or something like that. I'll read this more in depth in just a second. But point being, we are asking you today, what is the best sidekick / non-main character? So it does not have to be like Pinky to the Brain. For example, I just made a sidekick-like move. Sean's the main character in this Rocket League story. And then I'm the silly goose who throws it into the other goal.
It happens.
So
First, yeah. I couldn't tell exactly if you did it or not, but then I saw your face. And then my suspicions were confirmed.
As my voice goes to Brain. Yeah, so who is like the best non-main character in cartoons? We are asking specifically about cartoons because last I checked, SpongeBob SquarePants is a cartoon. Or so I think. I don't know. I've never seen an episode, so.
Could be a documentary.
Tell me more.
Just a theory.
Kind of shot like The Office.
Yeah.
Good moron to you, Quiet. It's good to see you. Thanks for being here on Gaming Morning Show.
Top of the moron.
Digital Doc Games told me my Nurse Cube hub station thing checks out, which is good because Digital Doc is a doctor as well. But then says, Ryan, you sure know a lot about SpongeBob for someone who supposedly never watched. Insert B-roll of Ryan's secret closet as glowing shrine to SpongeBob paraphernalia. I used to have a roommate in college, and this is probably when SpongeBob was... I don't know, when do you think SpongeBob came out? 2002, maybe?
I can't say that's wrong. It feels off, but I don't know if it feels too early or too late. So yeah, we'll go 2002.
It wasn't the 90s. It didn't come out in the 90s, did it?
I don't think so. No, about 2002 probably makes sense.
Back in the 1900s. But I used to have a roommate who was fairly obsessed with it. Would still actually watch the show, but also was like a sophomore in college. You know, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So I caught a lot of it, like, tangentially, and I knew how to sing the theme song. Like, the pirate at the beginning, like, that thing's pretty funny. But I don't know much about SpongeBob otherwise.
Yeah, and it was always something that, when I watched it, it's because, like, the TV was just on, and then it came on, or, like, I was watching something before or after it, and caught the beginning or tail end, you know? So I feel like those small moments add up. But like I said, not many episodes like start to finish.
I do know that they were under the sea.
That's true.
Yeah, because he lives in a pineapple. You know, I appreciate that theme song because it was very like, what's the word where exposition? exposition-y. It gave
Yeah,
some
it really sets it all up, and is very catchy. Like too catchy.
It's where I learned that sponges are porous.
That's where.
That's where, yeah, I didn't know that until that particular show. So thank you, SpongeBob, for teaching me science. Quiet says, early season SpongeBob's contain some of my favorite episodes of a cartoon, says Quiet. Wow, that's deep. Quiet's like, before they made a directorial change and it all went downhill. Which actually, I guess, it could probably happen in cartoons, right? Somebody gets sick of making it, and so they hand it off to someone else. And
that checks out. I mean, it's a lot of work producing a cartoon show.
Yes.
Especially with one with such deep lore, such as SpongeBob.
Now, I was always partial to April O'Neil, who was one of the sidekicks, non-main characters of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Nice. And I think I was partially keen on April because a news reporter. And so as somebody who was, enjoying talking into, like, my keyboard microphone, right? And would pretend that I was, like, a reporter. I think I was kind of like, oh, this is cool. So, big fan of April's. Splinter was okay, too, but...
Yeah, Splinter was okay. Yeah, I can't think of, like, a clear answer for that.
Cartoons.
I mean, I am a big fan of Ninja Turtles. Watched that a lot when I was younger. But now the only side character I can think of on Ninja Turtles is April O'Neil, because that's who we've talked about. Surely there were other characters.
Nope, there's only the one. I mean, you could have gone with Bebop and Rocksteady.
Yeah, but I'm not edgy enough to go bad guy for my favorite side character.
One of the worst all time, Thundercats had this side character called Snarf.
Ugh. Disgusting.
Snarf was great, except for they gave Snarf this tagline or this catchphrase. Snarf, snarf, snarf. So he just basically whined all the time. It was unnecessary because Snarf was good. Snarf took care of the Thundercats, was there to be kind of like a helpful hand whenever needed.
Sure.
So. Okay.
It's a lot of cord.
Yeah. I don't know why. I don't know why it keeps getting tangled, because here's literally all I do. I go, grab it, play a game, and then I return it to the exact same place, but I must twist it every single time.
You got to stop doing those post-game spins in your chair. It's really just tangling it up. Whee!
It's 6:25 West Coast, 9:25 out East, 2:25 for those watching GMS in the UK.
Good moron.
Drew Mega is here. Good moron, friend. Says Snarf is almost the equivalent of Newt from the old Hercules cartoon.
Nice.
Scanning. Show me Newt from Hercules. I don't think that's who I was supposed to get. I got a New York Times article. So, it's not what I think. I'll work on that during the news. I think I have another answer too, so hang around for that. I will give you that. So it's all on the way. Our question of the day, because today is Annoy Squidward Day. We're asking you, who are the best cartoon sidekicks / non-main characters? We'll also give you more context on Annoy Squidward Day. We'll also tell you the other days of the day as well. So that's all coming up. But right now it's 6:26 now. It's time to get the news. Once again, hashtag Video Game Expert. Here's Sean.
Good morning. It is Tuesday, or so I've been told, February 15th, 2022, and this is your gaming morning show, Morning Gaming News. Fortnite update, because for whatever reason, I really like to update you on Fortnite, despite none of us playing Fortnite. But it makes good news, and I'm sure someone out there is still playing Fortnite.
I'm sure, someone listening is playing. It's all worthwhile, I promise.
So Fortnite is getting an update, and they're adding gyro aiming and flick stick controls to all modes, all platforms for the game. This is from Wesley LeBlanc of Game Informer. The two control schemes we mentioned, gyro aiming is from the world of the Switch, where you can use the control gyrometers to aim. Well, they're letting that make its way to PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, PC, and Android devices with the now live version 19.20 update. So now gyro aiming is going to be available across the board and has been greatly improved thanks to a collaboration with the input specialist and flick stick creator Julian Jib Smart. Nailed it.
That's the name of the person who made this?
That's the name of the person. The input specialist and flick stick creator.
Wow.
Man, that's a title. It's a really good title.
Yes.
Mentioning flick stick, the flick stick is an input on analog sticks that allows for quick turnarounds. For example, if you have flick stick enabled and you quickly flick your right analog stick down, you do an immediate 180-degree turn. This was designed as a way to enhance your ability to move quickly and try to bridge that gap between the differences between a keyboard and mouse control and controller control. So flick stick controls are also making their way around on Fortnite.
Ra-ta-ta-da-da. Ra-ta-da-da-da-da-da.
Use your gyro and flick your stick.
I mean, the good news is all of that made me think of another answer to our topic of the day, so I can't wait.
Oh.
I got one.
Good. I'm glad I could help. In our next news story of the day, since it is Horizon Forbidden West week, there's some Horizon Forbidden West news. There's one that we're not going to link to. I'm not going to talk about the whole thing, but we now know the accessibility options for Horizon Forbidden West, and one of them that's really interesting is a co-pilot system where you can connect a second controller with a second profile, and the controls are just mirrored between the two. So imagine if you're playing with a younger brother or a child and they're playing, but you can hold a controller, and when they need help you can just take over. It's like a co-pilot controlling an airplane. I thought that was pretty neat. But our news story about Horizon Forbidden West for today is the fact that we're getting a tall neck Lego set, which is pretty cool. Tall necks are these large, I think like brontosaurus creatures. They're robots, and they serve in the game in the same way that radio towers have served in previous Far Cry games. It's basically something you need to ascend, get to the top of, and it reveals a large portion of the map. And so there's a few of these throughout the map, and if you ascend all of them and unlock all of them, then you have a better idea of what's going on the entire map. Well, we're getting a Lego version of that. It's intended to be a display model and includes 1,222 pieces. It will release in May of this year for $79.99 US, £69.99 pounds. Nice. It's gonna be 34 centimeters tall, 23 centimeters wide, and 17 centimeters deep.
It looks like one of those things from Star Wars that got its feet wrapped up by the X-Wing and fell down. But then from wherever that ends, they added a whole bunch of extra structure and then a head. It doesn't look like that at all. Never mind. Scratch that.
So if you take the AT-AT of Star Wars and pretend that's an elephant, but make a giraffe version.
Yes, of course.
Is that kind of what you're going to?
I don't even know what the hell you just said, but yeah.
You don't know what a giraffe is?
No.
in our last news story of the day. Do you remember Cyberpunk 2077?
No.
Did you realize that game's still not out on next or current gen systems? Well, there's a live stream for Cyberpunk 2077 today, And fans are hoping that we'll get some new gen version details. This is from Jason Guasau of Game Informer. It launched over a year ago with many issues, as we're quite aware. Lots of game-breaking bugs, epileptic triggers, and lots of issues that led to a class action lawsuit and storefront refunds. So despite all this, it's still going strong, and we're still waiting for it to be released on what is now current gen consoles: PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X, Xbox Series S. And we don't have any official news, but perhaps we will today, February 15th at 4 p.m. CET, which, as Downs points out, is coming real soon. So maybe we'll have an update during the gaming renews.
Or this is the announcement of the PlayStation 6, and they were actually just waiting to announce their next gen release for when the next gen consoles were announced. Maybe. You might be onto something. Well, while we wait for the next 27 minutes to find out what that news is, we'll discuss what is always last and never least. Today's out today. We have Holy Purge out on PC, Dynasty Warriors 9 Empires out on PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, Xbox Series X, Xbox Series S, Xbox One, and Switch, Liberté out on PC. Nimbus Nimbus Infinity is out on PC. And for your most prestigious award in video game focused morning shows, your favorite segment within a segment within a segment, today's name of the morning goes to Super Dungeon Maker KJ out on PC. Dungeon Maker KJ.
I may have added part of that. It's hard to say for sure.
The creative license from Sports Gaming. And Doug. I hope more people than me just know what that commercial is.
Love Doug.
Liberté, 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 liberté. Limu, emu. Oh, those are two. No, those are the same. Oof. It's like those are two different things, but they're the same. Those commercials are winning right now.
They're doing pretty well.
It makes me wonder if they hired an ad agency, like with like some former Geico folks.
Ooh, yeah.
Rivals.
Yeah. That would make sense, wouldn't it?
All right.
They're very similar in their ability to create a commercial universe.
We are more of a morning radio show like you used to listen to on an FM music station, like a Z100, but occasionally we can get into a sports talk type thing. So, Sean, Sports Gaming.
Time for room temperature takes.
Who do you have? Cue the music. It's a Superphonic song. Okay, that's good. All right. Unless you got something better. Do you got something a little more jazzier?
Let's switch to this.
Play the room temperature take song.
And this. Okay. Oh, this. I don't think that's gonna come through to you. No.
Yeah, it's weak. Oh.
No, I only have my music set up for streaming.
How about Wienerina? All right. Or we could do this one.
Hardy or not hardy?
Nah, we're gonna go room temperature takes.
Time for room temperature takes.
Yeah. This is the kind of song that gets me in the mood for debating. There it is. Who do you got? Who's winning in the fight? Limu Emu or the Geico Gecko?
Oh, I mean, emus and geckos are natural enemies. Emu's quite a bit larger, but I don't know. The Geico Gecko is, he's more intelligent. He's practically a human. So I feel like he would probably edge out the emu, who appears, at least in the commercials, to just be an emu.
Yeah. Yeah, the emu gets into a couple of situations where I don't think the gecko is going to get tricked by such things. So
yeah.
Yeah, I'll go with the emu.
Hardy or not hardy?
Not hardy.
That checks out.
I am happy you're here. I think captions for you went down. 6:37 West Coast, 9:37 out East, 2:37 for those watching in the Ukraine. Down says news coming out in 27 minutes. You mentioned that, and then said, I mean, GTA 5 has been out years, and that's not on next gen yet either.
Yeah, but that's a PlayStation 3 game.
Rockstar actually announced today that they're about to release that game on old gen systems.
Like PlayStation 2.
Drew Mega said, I love Cyberpunk 2077. I think I'm one of the few. I played it on the Series X with no issues at all.
Nice.
Not a single one. Also, Drew Mega's kid plays Fortnite, so we got that. We have, again, one person at least tangentially listening to the show who plays Fortnite. So,
Top of the Mora.
Keith Anthony's here. Good morning to you, Keith. We are a morning radio show that plays games, and we are asking you the following question because today is Annoy Squidward Day. So we were asking you, what are the best sidekicks or non-main characters in cartoon history? Annoy Squidward Day has come to light as a consequence of an episode of the animated series SpongeBob SquarePants, which was called Employee of the Month according to daysoftheyear.com. Squidward, an easily irritated friend of SpongeBob, is a character in the show who works as a cashier at a local restaurant. In this particular episode, Squidward is so irritated that when someone asks him what day it is, he replies, Annoy Squidward Day. This causes the cheery yellow SpongeBob to laugh, and he responds, no, silly, that's on the 15th, pointing to the calendar to prove his point. Probably one of the best ways that you can give a nod to Annoy Squidward Day is to act annoying to the people nearby. This may not be especially productive at work, of course, but with friends and family, it could be a fun pastime, especially for those who are fans of SpongeBob SquarePants. That sound is so annoying. No one even likes that sound.
It's your least favorite button on my Stream Deck.
It is. I hate that thing.
Zesty.
That sound. My favorite one though is the one with Pickle goes, "You suck."
No, your favorite one, and it might be a surprise to some people, so we should build it up. Ryan's favorite button on my entire Stream Deck is.
But which one is it?
The drum roll.
It's good. It's good. I thought of what you were talking about. Gyro, whatever, flick stick.
Yeah, flicking your stick and gyrating your controller.
Penny and the dog from Inspector Gadget.
Ooh. Yep. What's the dog's name?
Penny and the dog. That's the official name.
Penny and the dog.
I have no clue what that damn dog's name is.
Carly Rae Jepsen and Garfunkel.
We're gonna look it up and be real mad because it's one I feel like we know.
Maybe it's Limu Emu. Well, wait, is it Doug?
It is now.
Oh!
Someone proves us otherwise.
What about Doug's dog?
Pickle. Pickle Feets.
The name of the dog is Pickle?
I think so.
Are we
now
sure?
I'm doubting it just because now we know a pickle. It's pork chop. It's pork chop. It's not pickle, it's pork chop. And Brain is the dog. It's all coming together.
We got him first try. Pickle. I mean pork chop.
Pork chop feet.
Wilkins Michael's taking the day off. We'll tell you a story about an avatar robot who goes to a school to help a person who has a severe lung disease. So that story is coming up in just a bit. Pickle pork chop. First try. You know who my favorite non-main character is? It's Bear Bear.
Ooh,
Bear Bear.
That's a good one.
Bear's doll, because Bear Bear is so tall. Bear Bear stands outside. Bear Bear no longer hide.
I was worried it was going to be a Be a cold day, but nope. Warm and sunny.
All right, hear me out. Since we learned that Brain is the dog of Penny in Inspector Gadget, and Pinky is the sidekick to Brain in Pinky and the Brain, can we have a spin-off now where Brain and Pinky leave their main character folks and get an apartment in New York City?
Call it Pinky in the Brain.
How many invitations are you getting for a show title creation?
My inbox is full.
You've been working on
Now,
all the
but-
other ones. That's why you came up with that one.
Now I do want to edit Inspector Gadget episodes, but replace Brain the dog with Brain the rat.
Oh my gosh. I'm sure there's a couple of episodes where, like, Penny's like, what do you think, Brain? But then you could find an actual clip of Brain being like, well, Pinky. Oh, you could almost even get the persons who voice acts Brain in Pinky and the Brain. Pinky could probably be pretty easily manipulated to Penny. Well, Penny. Same thing we try to do every night. Take over the world.
Yep. I've got good feeling about this idea.
Okay. If you need me to try to do a match to Brain saying Penny instead of Pinky, let me know. I'll do my best. Okay.
I am gonna apologize ahead of time. All the stuff I was planning on working on soon, I'm not gonna get any of that done. I
GMS
have something more important.
GMS Plays Live Horizon Forbidden West is now canceled, but look soon for mashups of Pinky and the Brain and Inspector Gadget.
Totally worth it.
So we got a little flow now. We're chat. Do you have any that you thought of? People who were not the main characters in cartoons, but were good sidekicks or like side characters. While you think of that, it's World Hippo Day, so shout out to Fiona, Austin Attack 12's favorite hippo at the Cincinnati Zoo. I think.
That checks out.
I'm pretty sure that Fiona's at the Cincinnati Zoo.
It sounds right, but you probably could have said numerous cities and or states, and I would have been totally fine.
Well, I think it's because Fiona recently did have a birthday. That is true. But when Austin told us that Austin was such a big fan of Fiona the Hippo, and I was like, who the heck is Fiona the Hippo? And so then that day we started Googling things, and I was like, oh, the Cincinnati Zoo. Because I know so much about the Cincinnati Zoo now, because early on in the pandemic, the Cincinnati Zoo was doing some really cool, like, show kids all the animals live Facebook things. And so it was like something that was a lot of fun to watch with the kids, like back when the pandemic was supposed to be, hey, just stay home for 2 weeks, right? So,
Right.
whole different era.
Those are the days.
Top of the morning, Copia is here, Sean.
I love Copia.
Good moron.
It's good to see you, Copia. Thank you for watching
Very
on YouTube as well. If you are on YouTube or Facebook Gaming this morning, hitting the thumbs up button is always super helpful. Thank you. Today is Singles Awareness Day. It's been a while for me celebrating that particular day.
Yep. It has been a while.
Ooh, it's
longer for you than me, but
Yeah, that's true. That's true. It's National Gumdrop Day. I don't like gumdrops.
no, they're fine.
The
Ooh,
best
That's an assist.
The best use case for gumdrops is the voice line from Shrek. Not my gumdrop buttons.
Gumdrops. Really good for gingerbread houses.
They're great.
decoration.
They're great for decoration, but they taste awful. Okay, they don't taste awful. I'm sorry, that's unfair. Gumdrops. They get stuck in your teeth to the point where it's not worth eating. Because I'll contrast.
Yeah, I don't-
Oh, good.
I don't usually like candies that get stuck in my teeth too much either. But that's also why I don't love popcorn.
Oh, see, I don't get too much popcorn stuck in the teeth, but when I do, man, it's annoying.
It's awful. Not a fan.
But you know those things that you get for Halloween, dots?
Mm-hmm.
I think those are technically gumdrops, but they're not the gumdrops I'm thinking of. The ones I'm thinking of are more classic gingerbread gumdrops with the sugar on the outside.
Yeah.
Dots are just everything about those, except they left them out all the rest of the year. So they were rock hard, and they have no sugar on the outside. So I think I really dislike dots.
Right.
Copia says, I thought I was Austin's favorite hippo. I'm sorry, unfortunately, Copia, that is Fiona. Copia, you don't live at the Cincinnati Zoo, do you?
Oh, that's 2 assists. I'm single digits.
Oh, is it happening on today's show?
It depends. I think that puts me at 9 more. I think I need 9 more. Which is definitely doable in 4 more games.
All right, stay tuned, chat. We will let you know after the break, or before the break, excuse me, after this game, how many more assists Sean needs until Rocket League gives Sean another assists quota.
No, they're all unlocked. This is it. I get 9 more assists. I'm never assisting anyone ever again.
All scoring from here. That's the rest of your life. It's great. National Wisconsin Day. Happy Wisconsin Day, Wisconsinites. I actually think that one's right. I think it's Wisconsinites.
That sounds right.
Those are who from Wisconsin. It is Tourism Day, Susan B. Anthony Day, I Want a Butterscotch Day.
Okay.
Is that old-timey candy where it's excuse me, may I have a Sasquatch, please? Is that that old-timey thing, for those, Werther's Originals before they were known as such, and someone was like, I would like a butterscotch, please?
Maybe. I like butterscotch, ice cream toppings. Or topping, it's a syrup thing, right?
Yeah.
That's pretty tasty.
When you go to Dairy Queen, they do the hard shell dip thing that's butterscotch.
Yeah.
Big fan.
Count me in.
It's also Lantern Festival today. I'm hoping Rapunzel finally has a chance to see them. So that's all happening. Copia says, I see you, Shawnee Poo. Hope you're both doing well. I live there on Wednesdays and every other weekend. Gotcha. Okay, well, next time we're at the Cincinnati Zoo on Wednesday, or one of your every other weekends, we'll definitely stop by and say, hi, Copia. So. Digital Hot Games, my 3-year-old enjoyed that reference. You enjoyed the Lantern Festival reference to Rapunzel? It's funny because we actually watched that movie just the other day. We had kind of moved on to Encanto as the movie of choice. But my wife was like, no, we have to watch something we haven't seen for a while. So picked Rapunzel, or Tangled, as it was. So, good movie.
That is a good movie.
The Chameleon. Mm-hmm. Good non-main character sidekick.
True.
Although I think if we started to go into animal sidekicks in Disney Pixar films,
right?
Yeah, we'd be.
That's a rabbit hole for sure.
Yeah. All right, let's do birthdays this day in gaming history. If you have a birthday to celebrate, please let us know because we would love to celebrate with you. Birthdays. There's a whole bunch of celebrity birthdays today. I didn't see any in the audience. Actress Jane Seymour turned 71 today.
Appeared in several episodes of the original Battlestar Galactica.
I also think appeared in several episodes of Dr. Quinn Medicine Woman.
Yes. I can't say you're wrong.
Just a sec. Now I gotta look. Crap, I don't think this is who I was thinking it was. Are you serious? This isn't what? Who played Dr. Quinn Medicine Woman? No. Oh, it was Jane Seymour. Yeah. Happy birthday.
What a wild ride.
How is that not on the top of Jane Seymour's Wikipedia page? Okay. Jane Seymour is a British-American actress, author, and entrepreneur. After making her screen debut on an uncredited extra in the 1969 musical comedy... Oh, dear God. That's not what it was.
Is that the name of the comedy?
I mean, I kind of actually wish it was, because she was in the musical comedy Oh, What a Lovely War.
I don't like that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Seymour quickly transitioned into leading roles in film and television, including a leading role in the television series The Oneiden Line, Oneiden Line, and the role of psychic Bond girl Solitaire in the James Bond film Live and Let Die. That is the opening paragraph, and I think Dr. Quinn Medicine Woman was on TV for a decade.
We have to write. I was gonna say Cleveland.com, but I don't think you're reading that from Cleveland. We should still write Cleveland.com. Let them know.
I was only on for 6 seasons, 93 to 98. And listen, I never watched it, but I was like, I swear that's where... Anyway, wow. I'm sorry, I derailed the birthday segment. But yeah, Jane Seymour, 71. Who knew today? Where were you for me, chat? I needed somebody like quickly to be like, yeah, you're right. Okay, thank you. Lynn Whitfield is an actress today, turning 69.
Nice.
Began TV acting career in TV and theater before progressing into supporting roles in film, according to Wikipedia. Cartoonist Matt Groening turned 68 today.
Nice. One more year for him.
I mean, if you think about it, we're probably discounting an S-ton of Simpsons characters with our question of the day.
Yeah. No, that'd be a pretty good cast of characters to choose from, too.
Milhouse? What are the two that work at the power plant with Homer, Lenny, and...
Kravitz.
Yeah. The guy who follows around Mr. Burns. Did you just say Lenny and Kravitz? That one went through the ears, and I was like, wait a second, come back here. It's Carl! Lenny and Carl. Anyway, Matt Groening is 68 today. Christopher McDonald turned 67 today.
Can't believe they named a restaurant after him.
Actor and writer Alex Borstein is 51 today.
Nice. Has won Emmy Awards for her work on both The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel and Family Guy.
Family Guy. There's another one. Quagmire? So good. Sarah Winter, actress, is 49 today.
Nice. Made her feature film debut in Species 2.
Oh, those Species movies.
Yeah. Forgot all about those.
Brandon Boyd turns 46 today. Singer.
Nice. From Incubus. Seen here trying to hit on a microphone.
No, the microphone said, I smell weird. Do I smell weird? It's a lot of cord.
No, I
in
don't
that
smell
microphone.
anything.
Look at that thing. It looks
Yeah,
like
it's
my
like-
controller.
It's like he could. It's like I gotta just make. I might be flipping this microphone around anytime. I gotta have some excess slack just in case.
Oh, I like that shirt though. Actress Natalie Morales turns 37 today.
Fun fact, has also directed a handful of television episodes.
How many exactly?
Great. A handful.
Okay.
Which television episodes? Who knows? What did she do before she also directed a handful of television episodes?
Guess what I have in here?
Is it a knuckle sandwich?
It's a Natalie Morales TV episodes. that Natalie's directed. So, there for you. Today is also Amber Riley's 36th birthday, actress.
Was on Glee. Appeared in the live-action TV version of The Little Mermaid.
They had a live-action TV version of The Little Mermaid?
Yeah, it was like, you know how they've been doing the like stage musicals, but live on TV? They did one of those for Little Mermaid. It was pretty good.
Well, yeah, that sounds amazing. How did I miss that one? Because I've been less interested in, like, the most recent one I think they did was Annie. Grease they'd done live, I think, right?
Yeah, Grease was pretty fun. Little Mermaid was really good.
Huh. Sounds good. Also, model Corinne Fox turns 28 today. Professionally, Corinne Fox, American model, actress, daughter of singer Jamie Foxx, and is a USC attendee. It does not say that graduated from USC, according to Wikipedia.
I've been there.
Did you do any acting or improv classes whilst at USC?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
But in hindsight, that would have been a lot of fun.
Callum Cherner, an actor, turns 32 today.
Fun fact, plays Newt's brother in the Fantastic Beasts film series and the old Hercules cartoon.
Megan Thee Stallion turns 27 today. One of my
she was on SNL.
Yes. As the musical guest in 2020.
Thanks. Cleveland.
So Megan is part of there's far more than just Megan who's in a Twitter ad campaign, but it's basically showing tweets that people put out 6 or 7 years, in the past, because Twitter's been around now for probably 15 years. And Megan had one of these like someday I'm going to be a big deal, and I'm paraphrasing like liberally because it was maybe very specific, but like it was just kind of showing Megan like throwing something out to like make what does that manifest, right? Manifest it into reality. And there's a whole bunch of those, like people who have actually made it into stardom doing whatever their trade was, right? It's like, I'm gonna do this, and it was a tweet, so they're showing it like behind a picture of like Megan Thee Stallion on stage. So anyway, I like that ad campaign.
That's awesome.
Copia said he looks like Anthony Kiedis's younger brother in that photo, the Incubus singer. What was that? Brandon Boyd. And then also, it's 363 days since Taylor Hawkins' birthday day. So are you telling us that we missed Taylor Hawkins' birthday like 3 days ago?
No, I think the other way. I think it's coming up in a couple days.
Oh. Mark your calendars. What else we got? I see something that's worth mentioning.
We've got a drummer birthday.
Mick Avery of the Kinks is 78, and Ronnie Vanucci of the Killers is 46. Nice. A pair of drummers today.
Oh, apparently Lynn Whitfield was in Medea's family reunion, because I saw that one down here as well.
And we have another actor from the marvelous Mrs. Maisel. Alex Borstein is 51.
I have to look up
And
something.
a jazz saxophonist. Henry Threadgill is 78.
So UB40 is the band that I thought it was. They're the ones who sang Red Red Wine. Today, Ollie Campbell is 63, singer from UB40. Red Red Wine. Today, this day in gaming history, we have several, one of which is before 1995, which gives us an opportunity for Sean to play Lawsuit or Not Lawsuit. What are you going to choose? 1983 was the year.
Lawsuit.
The didgeridoo means your answer is locked in. Magnavox settles its television game patent infringement suit against Mattel Electronics and 5 other companies. Mattel will pay a settlement fee and be licensed to continue producing and selling its systems.
Correct.
Wait, was the crowd shocked that you got it correct? Have they not seen you play more Lawsuit versus Lawsuit?
Such a range of emotions.
That was a roller coaster.
Yes.
2008 at the Tokyo Arcade Expo in Japan, Capcom shows the Street Fighter 4 arcade game. When's the last time you touched a Street Fighter game?
Ooh. More than 10 years.
Okay. It was on PlayStation Plus the other day, and so I have it on my system. So.
You can play it?
I have it on my system. 2011. Capcom releases Marvel, not the fabulous Mrs. Marvel. But Marvel versus Capcom 3, Fate of Two Worlds for PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360. When's the last time you played a fabulous Mrs. Marvel fighting game?
A couple days.
You have 2 mashups you could do now. Whatever you said in the first hour, which is still technically this segment or this hour. But also you could make a Captain Marvel Fabulous Mrs. Maisel mashup.
We got a lot of work to do.
Who plays Captain Marvel? Is that Brie Larson?
That actor. Yeah, that's the one.
Okay. You could have Captain Marvel doing stand-up. Also, that is what I assume and think I remember hearing that the Fabulous Mrs. Maisel is about. Okay. Also in 2011, LucasArts releases the Lego Star Wars 3: The Clone Wars for Nintendo Wii, PlayStation 3, and
Xbox 360.
There you go. All right. Today we are asking you, and good morning to you, Brendan. It's good to see you. Thank you for being here. We are going to ask you more about who are the best cartoon sidekicks, non-main characters. Next hour, the top 10 cartoon TV sidekicks. So,
It'll be good.
Pretty easy list to find, to be honest with you. So, also
probably had options this time.
Sports. Quiet says not to be confused with Allison Brie Larson. You didn't say Larson. I added that. Stick with us. More Gaming Morning Show coming up. It's Tuesday, February 15th, 2022. Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, GamingMorningShow.tv.
It's not that you're not strong, or that you know what I need. In the past I played along, so devoted I lost parts of me. This time it's not gonna happen. Don't need happy forever after. I let go of past if you do too. To leave now would be running from the truth. We could do better than this. We could do better than this. When you stand in the middle of the crowd, I wanna know it's me that you're missing. We could do better than this. We are much bigger than this. When you stand in the middle of the crowd, I wanna know it's me that you're missing.
We could do better. Better. Stuck in chains. All this time with you, I took the pain. Knew that it was wrong to stay. So I told myself I'd walk away. I think I'm ready now, ready now, ready now. And I'm so over you dragging me down. Just wanna let it out, let it out, let it out. Feel so free, gonna shout it out loud. Without you, I'm limitless. There's nothing that you could do to break my spirit or shatter the silence. Oh, I'm telling you that I am fearless. Without you, I'm limitless. There's nothing that you could do to break my spirit or shatter the silence. Oh, I'm telling you that I am fearless. I am fearless. I am fearless. It's like a battle every day, learning as we watch our feelings fade. You always made it my mistake. Promise myself I'm not to blame. I think I'm ready now, ready now, ready now. And I'm so over you dragging me down. Just wanna let it out, let it out, let it out. Feel so free, gonna shout it out loud. Without you, I'm limitless. There's nothing that you could do to break my spirit or shatter the silence. Oh, I'm telling you that I am fearless. Without you, I'm limitless. There's nothing that you could do to break my spirit or shatter the silence. Oh, I'm telling you that I am fearless. I am fearless. I am fearless. Felt like I was stuck in chains. All this
In a world where things are broken, Kiki Low is in search of something.
I need a D that works.
There's the D searching in the universe because the D is currently broken. But we need a newer D. Where can she find it?
Where can I get a D from? Who will
Maybe,
give me the D?
maybe there is somebody in the world that can help her. Maybe somebody who sings a song.
That's how we do, baby.
Coming to video screens near you and on your telephone devices in 2022.
Sorry, Kiki.
Kiki Low and Superphonic in the Lost City of D.
Finally, the D, and it feels so good.
Only on Peacock.
All right, everyone to get their tube amusement devices. Coming up on Gaming Morning Show, list of the day and sports. Find GMS on Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, and GamingMorningShow.tv, and become a Patreon. Go to gms.watch and click on where to find GMS. Time for hour number 2, right now.
Morning, gamer. It's Gaming Morning Show, the Tuesday edition, February 15th, 2022. Thanks for being along for the ride. That is Sports.Gaming. I am Hefty Goof. Always fun to see you on Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, and at GamingMorningShow.tv. You can become a Patreon by going to patreon.com/GamingMorningShow. And when you're there, you'll find out about our different tier levels, including our kneecap tier. That is where Look It's Mike O does a little something extra for you. Puts you into the Temple of the Six, and then maybe sends you some, like, I don't know, belly button lint from the desk. There's options. So,
I don't know why he keeps piling it on the desk.
where do you keep your belly button lint?
I just keep packing it further in the belly button. It's just like a solid mass in there now.
Get a deep belly button.
I'm gonna bust some kneecaps.
That is Mike O, who you can subscribe to. We just shouted out Mike O as part of the clip of the year that we just played during the break. Look, It's Mike O has been kind enough to donate 4 Twitch emote slots to Gaming Morning Show. And so if you subscribe to Look, It's Mike O, you can use those 4 middle between the so goods on your screen right now if you're watching on Twitch, or you're getting it repeated through our Restream bot. Either way, some way, somehow, you'll have access to those if you go to Look It's Mike O on Twitch and subscribe. Quiet I'm Gaming. I don't know if that is just a coincidence or if one influenced the other, but there is a new movie coming out called The Lost City, but it was initially called The Lost City of D. Should we have a story time with Hefty?
Sure.
Okay. Will you go ahead and do the well-known intro story time with Hefty?
It's story time
Once upon a time,
with Hefty.
there was a show called Gaming Morning Show. And once we caught wind of the fact that a movie was coming out called The Lost City of D. And one couldn't help but think of how Kiki Lowe, retired streamer of the internet, was having a lot of problems on the keyboard. You see, the world of keyboard and mouse gaming, many people call it mouse and keyboard gaming, but Hefty's a rebel. They use the WASD section right there to move the characters. And unfortunately, the D just didn't work reliably.
Oh no.
So Kiki went on a quest to figure... Oh, quest I could just... Yes, that is absolutely correct. It's based on The Lost City. How do we feel about story time with Hefty?
Oh, we have to end it. That was story time with Hefty.
I like how there's a delay in there. I like that.
You are a genius.
Well, thank you. It's 7:16. Today is Annoy Squidward Day. Yeah.
Doing well so far.
To be honest, Quiet, actually, it is kind of disappointing that when they finally released this damn movie called The Lost City, it didn't have The Lost City of D. We've been setting up... We spent 2 years getting that ready to go. You won't believe me, but I actually have stand-up cardboard cutouts of Kiki's keyboard and Superphonic behind this curtain. We were all ready to have, like, the big premiere. It's all getting thrown away now, so...
Yeah.
For what it's worth, I think it was based on a book, by the way.
That checks out. I did confirm 9 more assists.
That's actually something that needed to have a drum roll.
Nye.
I wonder how many assists I still.
Yeah, we forgot to wrap that up after the last game. How many assists do you need to complete the thing?
Well, let me check. I need 9 assists.
Hit a little more of a delay than I expected, so my shock face happened before you said 9. Our timing has been impeccable today. All right, so we're gonna get them all in this game, right?
That'd be great.
Oh, look at that. Downs goes, the film has a book in it called The Lost City of D. So, oh, wait. The film has a book in it. Wait a sec. Okay, now I'm actually wondering, was it a book first? Can anyone actually confirm that? Because now I'm wondering if Downs is making another joke that there's a book called The Lost City of D and the film based on the book The Lost City of D.
I could not tell immediately from the Wikipedia page that it was based on a book, but I did not dive very deep. That's one.
Nice. Quiet, that is one of my highlights of the day's show. You could have just said yes. So good. Copia says, Downs is telling the truth. Downs says, no, the film is about a fake book called The Lost City of D. I guess we'll never know. Unless you go watch The Lost City, starring Channing Tatum and Sandra Bullock.
Is the book in the film based on a film?
About a book? In a film?
About a book.
Filmception. I wonder if Sandra Channing would want to come on the show.
I mean, we should at least ask. It'd be kind of rude not to.
It's kind of our due diligence, isn't it? Yes, Brendan has a great idea. So recently, IMJF Downs was named official cartographer and diagrammer of the Gaming Morning Show. And so, Downs, if you have the time, we wouldn't mind seeing a diagram pertaining to the relevance of the Lost City of D book as either a real book and a film that has a book that's a film about a book. Nice. Whew. Downs adds, it's not a real book in the real world. There's a fake book in the film world called The Lost City of D. But what movie is it in? Third base. It doesn't look like Downs may have time today.
Bummer. Sorry, we can't win them all.
Restreambot, wow. Copia says it's a film about a book called The Lost City. I don't know if that's happened before the show. Ever. Wow. I mean, I know Copia often uses CopiaBot. Can we have like our third rewind of the day, please? Copia says it's a film about a book called The Lost City of D, and it turns out that the city is real. It's also loosely based on a Kiki Lo Superphonic GMS hit movie. Another list of the day coming up next. List of the day pertains to best cartoon sidekicks in the world.
World. I do think my favorite non-main character in SpongeBob is Gary the squirrel. Or not the snail, sorry. It's his pet snail, and it's adorable.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I remember hearing, what do you think, Gary? Or something like that.
Yeah, and he like meows, as snails do.
Meow. Just like that. Thank you, Bob.
I am your pancake expert.
Yeah, I mean, I like I said, I liked April a lot. But like, yeah, some sidekicks from The Simpsons or Family Guy. Quagmire's pretty good. Whoop. And then if we are gonna open it up to like animal sidekicks in Disney movies, which we should. I mean, that's within the context of the question. That horse from Tangled was pretty hilarious. So,
Horse is good.
Drew Mega goes, gotta go, hop off, guys. We'll catch you again soon. Cheers. Yeah, Drew Mega, thank you for being here.
Yeah.
Always like having you around. So thank you for spending some time with us, and of course, you can listen even when you can't be in the chat. On Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, and at GamingMorningShow.tv. Oh yeah, Drew Mega was the one that brought up Snarf and then Newt from Hercules, which I forgot to look up because I don't remember Newt from Hercules. That's you one. Wait, I just about asked Siri to show me Newt from Hercules. And I remember I already tried this and it didn't work.
Right.
Oh, Newt from Hercules looks like it was a centaur. Oh, we're not talking from the Disney.
No. Yeah, older.
Man, I didn't know there was such a thing. Thank you, Drew Mega. Learned something today.
For the road. Oh, I got so robbed.
You got robbed.
At least it wasn't an assist.
That would have been so. Yeah, Kopi is actually right. For some reason, things aren't getting to YouTube. So yeah, weird. Hi there. I'm saying hi. Anyway, thank you for being here. It's now 7:25 on the West Coast. It is 10:25 on the East Coast. It is 3:25 for those watching GMS in the UK. We have sports coming up later this hour, but right now it is time to tell you about the top 10 TV sidekicks of all time in terms of cartoons. Also, we are going to tell you a story in just a little bit. Maiko's out of the newsroom today, not able to hang around. So we will give you a story about a Swiss prison flooded with volunteers for 3 nights. 3 nights in jail. So, all right. This is a list from Watch Mojo. Watch Mojo is a very popular YouTube channel. And Hefty Goof is a well-known fan of Watch Mojo. So,
yeah, good.
This list is attributed to Rebecca, who's one of the main voiceover folks for Watch Mojo. And one of my favorite clips that comes up often in stories or shorts or reels on YouTube and Instagram is, I want to say it's Tom Holland actually, where Rebecca's sitting down to, interview them for Watch Mojo. And they're like, oh, we love Watch Mojo. And then they're like, can you do the thing? And so then Rebecca does like the voiceover that Rebecca usually does, like, hi, it's time for another video from Watch Mojo. And they're like, oh, it's you! So.
She did the thing.
Yeah. This was written, the script, by William Rigo. The top 10 cartoon sidekicks from WatchMojo.com. Number 10 on this list. Number 10.
Zero.
Is Battle Cat. Kringer. The polar opposite of Kringer, Battle Cat is a fearless beast with an intimidating roar and a thirst for combat, whereas Kringer is a timid pet tiger. Oh, yeah. So if He-Man, Master of the Universe, one becomes the other. So there you go. That's where that one comes from.
9.
Number 9 is Penny from Inspector Gadget. Unbeknownst to Inspector Gadget, his resourceful niece tags along when he goes on investigations. And she has a dog brain, which we've discussed. And she works behind the scenes to make sure her uncle Gadget is okay and gets to the bottom of the case. MVP, that Penny. She does all the real work, getting the job done. And she always lets her uncle take all the credit and thinks he did it all by himself. So I think Penny's probably the best part of the show.
8.
Number 8 is Bullwinkle J. Moose from the Rocky and Bullwinkle show. Didn't know he had a middle initial. Now I want to know what the J stands for. Not leaving here till someone tells me what the J stands for. And Bullwinkle J. Moose. The anthropomorphic moose starred with his pal Rocky, who gets no middle initial. Get wrecked, Rocky. In a collection of serials and vignettes back in the 50s and 60s.
Serials and vignettes?
Yeah, love those vignettes.
Serials and Vignettes was the name of my band in high school. Number 7. Ron Stoppable from Kim Possible. This is one I feel like I missed. There are so many cosplays of Kim Possible. I get the impression that this was a far bigger deal than I ever realized. And maybe it's because, this is like right in the heart of me being in college. Although, you would have thought I might have had more time to just watch cartoons when I was in college. I don't know. But
right. Yeah, there's a lot of love for it.
Boop, 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 boop. That's like the theme song to it. It was close. Also, am I right in remembering, is the voice of Kim Possible the same actress who played the sister in Even Stevens?
I think so. That sounds right.
Anyway, Ron has a naked mole rat named Rufus, an irrational fear of monkeys. So Ron Stoppable is on this list at number 7.
6.
You could almost say that the naked mole rat is a sidekick of a sidekick.
Well, listen, if this naked mole rat is mentioned like the first 2 sentences in a bit about Ron Stoppable, maybe it was the naked mole rat the whole time. So
perhaps. Number 6 is Bender Bending Rodriguez from Futurama, which apparently is coming back again. It's getting not rebooted, but it's returning again for another series. Described as the flamboyant robot with delusions of grandeur, Bender is the best friend of Philip, Fry, and a member of the Planet Express delivery crew. It's a good part of that show.
it is. In
he
fact,
likes beer.
You mentioned that Bender and the Futurama cast, they're going to reboot it. Sorry, you just said it. Not reboot. Doing another season. Everyone but Bender is not coming back. So,
yep.
Which, Brandon just pointed out, big controversy. Because Joe DiMaggio, DiMaggio?
Yes.
DiMaggio, voice of Bender, said they didn't come to an agreement for him to come back. But is the only one of like the main cast who's not. So,
yeah. I'm still holding out hope.
5.
By the way, that's the third return of this series. It's canceled in 03, came back in 08.
It's just too good to keep down.
April O'Neil from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles franchise, 1987 to now. Get it? Because they've basically been on for decades. This is one of my picks. I think it's because I had a thing for wanting to talk into a microphone. So I was like, hey, look, I want to do that when I grow up and meet turtles. So far,
have you met any turtles yet?
I was going to say I've accomplished one of those things, talking into a microphone on a camera. So
you met my turtle when I still had a turtle. You may not remember, but you did.
Of course I remember your turtle.
His name was Scoots.
Scoots, yeah. Scoots, your turtle that I definitely remember.
Yeah, he was a red-eared slider.
Didn't your turtle have red ears?
Trick. He was a yellow-bellied slider. I knew you didn't remember Scoots.
Rip Scoots.
4.
Number 4 is Pinky from Pink in the Brain. That's a good typo. Pinky, of course, is the cheery and optimistic lab rat that was always a foil to partner Brain. Pinky and the Brain started as an Animaniacs short. It was, yeah. I liked it better before when it was its own show. I liked it when it was the shorts and Animaniacs. It was pretty good. It's hard to say. Is he really a sidekick though? He's half of the title. At least when it's spelled correctly. Narf.
Narf. Which, not to be confused with Snarf.
3.
Patrick Star from SpongeBob SquarePants. I actually think a lot of people are fans of Patrick's, right? I see Patrick memes all over the place. I hope it means they're a fan of Patrick and not making fun of Patrick. Because I don't know. I'm genuinely asking that question because I really have no clue.
I'm not sure.
Lacking any sense whatsoever, writes the author of this list, this happy-go-lucky starfish, the best friend of SpongeBob. The two of them genuinely enjoy each other's company and love goofing off together. Unable to hold down a job, Patrick avoids personal responsibility and fails to consider the needs of others. It's kind of a grim description of Patrick.
2.
Yeah. Sheesh. Number 2 is Richard Dick Grayson / Robin from the Batman the Animated Series. This version of Batman's protege is more serious than previous incarnations, not incarcerations, which is like, I read incarnations and my brain was like, hey, you should say incarcerations. And I was like, that's not the right word. And I was like, do it. And then I almost did it, but I didn't. Robin's relationship with his mentor is at times contentious. He comes from an acrobatic background, etc., etc. We all know Robin's background. He was good in the animated series for sure.
Holy rusted metal Batman!
1.
No, the metal, it's rusted. Remember that scene from Batman and Robin? Chris O'Donnell. Iconic.
Film.
This one I'm a little frustrated with, but it makes sense because the name of the show is Scooby-Doo. So by this description, a sidekick is anyone not Scooby-Doo. But right. I considered the 5 of them the main cast. So
yeah, for sure.
I'm going to call Shenanigans on this Watch Mojo.
Shalala Shenanigans.
Yeah, those kind of shenanigans. I don't even really remember in what context that came up. It's not important. Shenanigans. Anyway, Norval Shaggy Rogers, like Zoinks, G Scoob for decades. Shaggy. See, I want it to carry over. I wanted to read this whole paragraph like Shaggy, and I can't do it.
Can't do
it. Sharing a voracious appetite for food and aversion to danger, Shaggy is a perfect companion for Scooby to work with the Mystery Machine when the Mystery Inc. rather splits up. That is true. I still will never understand why they kept splitting up. So, but anyway,
gotta have the drama.
Like Zoinks, Munchies. How can it be so close with one sentence and then just so far away? So. Anyway, there you go. Watch Mojo brings you your top 10 list today. Go to watchmojo.com. And today we're going to tell you
no Simpsons on there.
Well, I mean, The Simpsons is certainly an ensemble cast, but I mean, I imagine that you couldn't say Marge is one of the best sidekicks in all of TV cartoons because...
Right. But I mean, including the honorable mentions, which we didn't list off, there were 2 characters from Futurama. So I would have expected some side character from Simpsons or even Family Guy.
Well, and Bender kind of fits into my Scooby-Doo frustration, right? Bender was just part of the cast.
Yeah. Bender's a big part of the cast for sure.
So, but then again, I mean, SpongeBob I assume Patrick gets a lot of camera time. So, or did I just say?
Yep.
Okay, no, I said that right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Drawn camera time.
I thought I said, in SpongeBob, I bet SquarePants gets a lot of camera time. And I was like, did I just say SpongeBob and then SquarePants? But it was Patrick. I said it right. Brendan goes, Millhouse, a great sidekick. Everything's coming up Millhouse. See, I agree. Millhouse should have made this list. So
Yeah.
it's now 7:38. Let's take you on a ride, shall we? This is from Andy Hoffman of Bloomberg. Okay. There's a newly built prison in Zurich, and now apparently it's becoming quite the weekend getaway. If you go to a website for the Zurich West Prison, it's been seeking volunteers to test new facilities before it opens to real prisoners in April. Do you dare? The prison authorities asked in a call for applicants to spend 3 nights in the jail from March 24th to 27th. Quote, just as working as a correctional specialist is a job that not everyone can do, staying as an arrested person is not for everyone either, it says. Despite the warnings, more than 600 people volunteered and expressed interest in a short prison stay, which will serve as a test run for the staff in the new facility. A newspaper reported this. That's more than double the facility's capacity of 241 prisoners. Volunteers must be at least 18 years old, live in Zurich, or work for the canton, and will be screened beforehand. Those who make it inside will have to give up their mobile phones and smartwatches, but will be given a choice of vegetarian, halal, or meat-based meals. A strip search, which will be a mandatory for real prisoners, will be optional for test subjects. The prison in Switzerland's largest city was built after other facilities came under scrutiny for poor living conditions. The director of the prison said the test run would allow staff and wardens to familiarize themselves with the new facility. Volunteers should not expect a holiday camp, but would be free to leave at any time. Is this the live look at the website?
Yep. This is a guy. They just told him that the strip search was optional. He's like, strip search is optional.
I was told that there would be a strip search. Damn it!
Oh, so good.
Brendan goes, that's bizarre. How bizarre?
Yeah. Quite bizarre.
Quite bizarre.
7 more assists.
All right. I wish I had a counter ready for you, but I don't. Here. Bob, how many assists are left for Sports.Gaming?
7.
You know what just dawned on me? I know why I drive backwards so much when we play this game on stream. It's because I use my right hand for clicking things. And so I have to keep moving or else I get disconnected. So I hold the L2 button, which is the reverse button, because I'm holding the controller in my hand. So
you need a foot pedal that does all the things.
Could I drive this car with my foot pedal? That'd be awesome.
Well, I was thinking to replace your clickies, but yeah, maybe we could just get you a foot pedal for your controller.
I'll drive it like a Bobcat, which is like a small bulldozer. It's a poor description of it. But used a lot of foot pedals for those things back in the day. Digital Doc Game said, well, that sounds problematic about the prison. But then goes, lawsuit or not lawsuit? You know, all I can think of is, they said they're going to take away smartphones and everyone has to be screened and stuff. But I still bet you there's somebody who's connected to some sort of criminal who's like anticipating going to this new prison, and like they happen to screen it well enough, like maybe they're photographic memory, and they're able to like tell that person all the twists and turns they need to get out of the prison.
I think that's. Are you talking about the first season of Prison Break?
Show I've never seen, but yes. Actually, that would be a great movie. So if Prison Break didn't cover that, we can make it a GMS production.
Let's do it.
Get off your back.
The Lost Prison of B.
Actually, it could be the Lost Prison of Z because it's Zurich.
Ooh, perfect. I like it.
Taking a lot of damage today.
Like in real life.
Because I've got one hand on my controller and the other one's hailing a taxi cab. Thank you, Brendan. I usually go for the piano line, but you know, yours was good too. The other one's playing the piano. Ow! Yes.
Analist Morissette.
Yeah, the prison story definitely seems like a lawsuit waiting. Oinks zoinks! There's a file in this cake! Top of the moron to you, Dungeon Meowster KJ. It's good to see you. Thanks for being here.
Top of the moron!
If you're able to stay through the re-news, we have breaking news about you today. No! Today, as we are a morning radio show that plays games, we have a topic of the day, KJ. It's Annoy Squidward Day. This day was created because in SpongeBob SquarePants, there's a reference to Annoy Squidward Day, and SpongeBob goes, oh no, that's on the 15th. So today being the 15th of February, apparently this is what fans of the show picked as the day to do Annoy Squidward Day. So we're asking you, who are the best cartoon sidekicks and non-main characters? Yeah, we've had some good answers today. And that list was fine. I think this is also a very broad category.
Yo, yeah, absolutely. And this is kind of like ranking the John Williams compositions. That it's so subjective with so many right answers that there's, yeah, you can't go wrong.
Well, even like learning about the Hercules character. I didn't know that was a thing. So
Yeah.
KJ goes, you know, my husband once told me that he was like Squidward. I mean, this is the description from daysoftheyear.com about Squidward. An easily irritated friend of SpongeBob. A character who works as a cashier at a local restaurant. So, I don't know if that's a good description of your husband, but...
Does your husband play the clarinet?
Did you get an assist for that?
No.
So we should be at 6, right? Or did we not get a single one?
I got 1, yeah. So we should be at 6.
Bob, what's the official count?
6.
Thank you, Bob. Bob kind of seems redundant today.
That's okay.
You're welcome.
It is now 7:47 out on the West Coast, 10:47 for those watching on the East Coast, and it is 3:47 for those watching GMS in the afternoon. Thank you for being here. You know who my favorite sidekick is?
Who's that?
Bear Bear.
Bear Bear's a good one.
Yeah.
Bear Bear, who's your favorite sidekick? Oh, he said Diego.
Man, I miss Diego.
It's Diego. The gaming morning lizard. Ba-dum-bum.
Top of the moron to you, Chris M. Yee. Thank you for being here.
Good moron.
I was told on good authority that Chris was streaming last night. I did not watch. I had to power through so much laundry that had built up. And here's the thing. So I try to do the laundry in the household because I don't mind it at all. But I like it to be systematic. And I try to separate. My son's the youngest, so my son has the smallest clothes. So I try to separate underwear and socks, and then 2 batches of my son's laundry because my son thinks that he's a child actor and needs to change outfits twice or 3 times a day. Yep. It's really frustrating. Not to mention sometimes, occasionally, well, you know, get a little piddle on his undershorts. Don't know how. I mean, he goes to the bathroom immediately when he needs to, so.
Yeah, absolutely.
Anyway, long story short, my son uses a ton. Stop. My son uses a ton of clothes. So I tried to separate those out, 7 days a week. I don't know if you knew that.
Yes.
Thank you, Bob. So I tried to stagger those out over the course of the week because that's the most taxing to fold. I went in there yesterday. I had, I think, all of his clothes and all of the house's underwear and socks to fold. All of them. I was in there for 2.5 hours, it felt like.
Do you ever, I've done it out of necessity for like specific reasons. Like recently my wife and I went on a trip in October, just the 2 of us, and I needed to do like a couple loads of laundry specifically for the trip. So I did a couple loads that were just our clothes, and doing laundry with just adult clothes, I felt nostalgic for the times before kids. It's like, oh, laundry was so different back then.
It takes so much less time. It's ridiculous. Just the 2 of us. We are full of laundry. Just the 2 of us. You and I. All right. It's time for sports. Dungeon Master KJ does inform us not either of those things or a clarinet player. I don't know why they said he was like Squidward. Not being a SpongeBob SquarePants aficionado, I never understood. Also answered with Tigger from Winnie the Pooh.
T.I. double gutter.
That's not a bad answer, actually. I also don't mind Eeyore, to be honest.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And I don't usually matriculate to folks who have a more negative side of life, but I kind of like Eeyore. Eeyore's trying his best.
Thanks for noticing.
Pretty good. All right. Yesterday in sports, there was some things that happened. Again, Super Bowl was on Sunday, so we're now 205 days away from football. So, but your Portland Trailblazers defeated the defending champions of the National Basketball Association, the Milwaukee Bucks, on the road. Again, this is a Blazers team that just traded away a whole bunch of players because they didn't think they were going to be any good. So, congratulations to the Blazers, 122-107. Meanwhile, your Seattle Kraken lost 6-2 to Toronto. As I say, are the Leafs any good? And they are. Toronto actually might be in first place in the Eastern Conference. No. Wow. The Panthers are still leading the Eastern Conference with 69 points.
Nice.
Anyway, so there's some of the scores from yesterday. We have more sports news. We're going to continue on with the It's time for an Olympic update. Here's Sports Talk Gaming. He knows about the Olympics.
Let's see. What have we been watching? I've been watching more curling because curling just goes on forever and ever. And so curling's been good. The U.S. women's team doing pretty well, which is surprising. Last night we had some snowboarding events. We had the finals for the men's and women's big air competition, which was a lot of fun. Anna Gasser of Austria took gold, edging out Zoe Zadowski Senat, who was looking to get her second gold medal after getting the first gold medal for New Zealand ever in the slopestyle competition. She needed a pretty good run on her last run. Their single jumps needed a pretty good jump on her last one to take gold, and she did not land her trick. So settled on silver, which is still pretty good. Top three, aka bronze, rounded out with Japan. Kokomo Morasi. On the men's side, China took gold with Norway, silver, and Canada. Canada's Max Perot in the bronze position. So that was a lot of fun. And that's what I watched last night, was snowboarding. So that's what you get.
I didn't watch any Olympics last night. The news of the day from the Olympics has to do with the Russian figure skater. This is from the Associated Press. The International Olympic Committee says there will be no medal ceremony in Beijing if 15-year-old Russian figure skater Kamila Valieva. Does that sound like what people are saying on TV? Valieva?
Yeah, I think so.
Places in the top three in the women's individual event. There will also be no medal ceremony for the team event, where Russia won gold a week ago with the help of Camilla. The U.S. won silver and Japan won bronze. Was cleared Monday by a court of arbitration for sports judges to compete starting on Tuesday despite failing a drug test, but a separate investigation of that possible doping offense must be done in Russia and could take several months to resolve. In the meantime, if Valieva wins an individual medal when the competition concludes Thursday, there won't even be a flower ceremony on the ice. The IOC says its executive board decided in the interest of fairness to all athletes not to award medals this week. Okay. That's the story from the Associated Press. The only thing that comes to mind, and again, I'm not a huge Olympics person in terms of like, I don't have like a lot of nostalgia for it, but it seems to me that part of the thing about the Olympics that makes it so great is you have a unique circumstance where you're having a chance only every 4 years, right? And so for the other folks, even if Valieva was winning gold and then proves to be completely innocent with all the tests of the tests of the tests, right? You're taking that medal ceremony part away from even the bronze and the silver winners, right?
Yeah, it's such a bizarre situation, and I think there are lots of partially satisfactory ways of handling it. I don't think there's any one single way that's like that makes the most sense, but the way they've chosen to handle it doesn't. It's not the way I would have gone, but there is no right answer. But I don't like this solution because, like you said, it takes that away from other people. And I get, in terms of like letting her compete still while they're investigating, I understand the side of it that's like, well, if we kick her out and then do our investigation, do our testing, and find out that it was all wrong and she was totally fine, then it's like, oh, well, that kind of stinks that you didn't let her compete. But I feel like because of previous allegations against Russian athletes, probably true.
Well, and that's, I guess what I'm going with is are they insinuating, according to that story, that there would be a medal ceremony later on? And even furthermore, if you would have the medal ceremony and Valeria, or again, I should know how to say this person's name, so I apologize, but was on the podium, first, second, or third, right? Then you, of course, have the person who would eventually receive one if the Russian figure skater was disallowed to compete, right? I'm just very, very confused. So,
yeah, it's weird situations for sure.
And then Brendan brought up Sha'Carri Richardson, which was the person who I think was the track and field runner, who I think the United States doping agency was the one who didn't allow Richardson to compete because of marijuana, right?
Yeah.
And so I wonder how much of this has to do also with the Russian Olympic Committee's choices versus the way the U.S. handled Sha'Carri Richardson's, which, you know, the whole debate of why he should be kicked out for that kind of a substance, marijuana, it's a whole different side thing, right? So it's very interesting. So
it's messy, and that's, you know, one of the negative things about something like the Olympics is all of the surrounding politics, and there's so many political bodies involved with the Olympics beyond just like the Olympic Committee. And so it's just messy.
I will add to that, though, it's also a good thing about all of that messiness is because for the stick to sports argument, it allows us to sit there and be like, well, this shows you how multifaceted sports are, including, you know, your everyday NFL, NHLs, and all of that stuff, right? Because it just helps you realize that a lot of this has to do with cash as well. And even as we talked about, Lucas Michael has pointed out a couple of times in regards to the Olympics, with Beijing hosting and human rights, right? A lot of this also alludes to money. So it's just a very weird thing. But I kind of was with Chris, is if she failed a blood test, which I don't know if she did, but it seems to me like there's some concrete evidence. So why? But to your point, if it turns out that they made a mistake, they don't want to have that situation where they couldn't let her compete. So I guess what I'm saying is, wouldn't it be just make the most sense is if you're not going to disallow her from skating, then let her skate. If she wins, put her on the podium and have the medal ceremony.
Yeah.
So it almost seems weirder that they wouldn't have the ceremony.
Yeah, that is. None of it makes sense. It just, they had a few decisions to make, and for each individual decision, they decided to just flip a coin, and so it doesn't seem like the logic flows through like all the way, because, you know, they stopped landing on heads. So,
one fun thing that I got yesterday, because your Calgary Flames traded for Tyler Toffoli. I learned from resident Los Angeles Kings superfan Chris M.E. that Toffoli apparently played for your Los Angeles Kings back in the Daryl Sutter era when the Kings won their Stanley Cups. And now, back with the Flames, Daryl Sutter has brought Toffoli to play for your Calgary Flames. And apparently there's a whole bunch of former Kings from that era on the Flames team. And so Chris has nicknamed us Los Angeles North.
I'm excited for Chris to root for the Flames all season. It'll be fun.
Root for the Flames team. Chris did say, I think this could be Calgary's year. All right.
We'll see.
I'll admit, I didn't know where the Kings were in the standings, and so I was hoping that they were significantly out of playoff striking distance so we could have Chris's support far earlier than we would if the Kings are eliminated. Right now, just 3 points behind the Flames for the second playoff spot out of the Pacific, so not yet. Soon, but not yet. All right, it's 8:01. Next hour, we debut community games for the day because we still don't have the other game ready to go. So we'll just play some more Don't Let the Person Floating from the Balloons Fall in the Monster's Mouth.
It doesn't exist. It's a myth.
Jordy showed it to me. Chris, I did not call the Flames that. You could have. That's a good name. We're King Flames. I did reference the Burger King, though, because that king uses flame broiling. Clip of the day, takeaways that were pretty okay, and a whole lot more on the other side of the break. Thanks for being with us. It's Gaming Morning Show. Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, GamingMorningShow.tv.
In my mind, they never could be genuine. Well, it's too rehearsed to be their word. And I can't tell if it's a spell or if I'm cursed. What's worse? Cause you know you're making me nervous. Yeah, you're digging deep, you scratch through my surface. Hey, you know you're making me nervous. But I'm still trying to see if you're worth it. I'm saying to me makes me nervous. Oh, what? Oh, you're making me. Oh, you're making me. Hey, making me nervous, nervous. What? Oh, you're making me. Oh, you're making me. Hey, you're making me nervous. Slow down for a sec. I need to get out of my head. My face is turning all kinds of red. Oh, it's like you stole my breath, but I can't forget. Ooh, you know you're making me nervous. No, digging deep, you scratch through my surface. Hey, oh, you know you're making me. You know you're making me, but I ain't so chained to see you with it. No. I'm feeling out of my league. I'm opening a lot of tears. No, what you say to me makes me nervous. I'm out of my league. So what of it, please? What you saying to me makes me nervous. No, oh, you're making me. Oh, you're making me. You're making me. Oh, you know you're making me. What? Oh, you're making me.
this chance for one last dance with my shaking hands. I can barely stand. Did I do too much? Did I push you away? I was in a rush, I'm sorry. And I know that you'll forget. I wake up in the night in a cold sweat to face it. Is it over for us now before it began? I know it's crazy, but in my mind I had plans. I had plans. Did I lose this chance for one last dance with my shaking hands? I can barely ask. We got runaway plans. Baby, where do you wanna go? I'm scared to, you know, but I'll never let go.
Coming up on Gaming Morning Show, community games. Don't let the person hanging from the balloons fall into the monster's mouth. And GMS, morning gaming renews. Get ready for your takeaways that were pretty okay. And the clip of the day. Find GMS on Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, and GamingMorningshow.tv. And join us for GMS After Dark with Look, It's Maiko. Wednesdays at 4:45 p.m. Pacific. Time for hour number 3. Right now.
Morning, gamer. It's Gaming Morning Show. Thanks for being along with us for the ride on Tuesday, February 15th, 2022. I am Hefty Goof. That is Sports.Gaming on the left side of your screen. We're going to have the Gaming Morning Show morning game renews pretty soon. Takeaways that were pretty okay. And clip of the day, plus we will award the Billy Thundergun Teammate of the Match Award. That is all on the way. On this particular edition of Gaming Morning Show, our topic of the day has to do with Annoy Squidward Day. This is because of an episode of SpongeBob SquarePants. We are asking who are the best cartoon sidekicks and main characters, or sorry, non-main characters. There was an episode of the show called Employee of the Month. Squidward was so irritated when someone asked him what day it was. He replied, Annoy Squidward Day. And then SpongeBob was like, ha ha ha, just as SpongeBob does. And was like, no, silly, that's on the 15th.
You sound just like him.
What's better, my Shaggy impression outside of that one line, or my SpongeBob impression?
I think your Shaggy one's still better.
We'll test with this last sentence. Like Zoinks, G Scoob, probably one of the best ways to give a nod to Annoy Squidward. That was actually not bad.
That was pretty solid.
So it sounds
save that for later.
I might have to keep just going with like an upward inflection, and
right. Just make everything a question.
DaysOfTheYear.com. No, that's not it.
Oh, you lost it. You have to start with the like zoinks. I think that's your only way.
So every time that I want to do a Shaggy impression, I got to start with like zoinks.
Yeah.
Yikes.
It's on brand though. So there could be worse things.
Yeah. Anyway, so try to annoy people today. That's what it says.
Working on that for the last 2 hours.
DaysOfTheYear.com. Probably one of the best ways to give a nod to Annoy Squidward Day is to act annoying to the people nearby. This may not be especially productive at work, but it could be hilarious.
Could be especially not helpful at my job.
Thank you for being here today.
We'll see.
I'm ready to give you your adjustment. And then you start like jabbing them in the side.
That just sounds painful. No, I was thinking I'd just bring a clarinet. Play clarinet the whole time.
Ah, because Squidward plays clarinet.
Mm-hmm. And I don't, so it'll be really bad, and that'll probably be annoying.
It's time to welcome in the Final Hour crew.
Welcome in, Final Hour crew.
Hi, Final Hour crew. Didn't see you there.
Welcome.
It's good to see you.
Hello, FHC.
Hey, it's Brendan _TTV is here this morning, one of the ambassadors to the Final Hour crew, as is...
Greetings, Final Hour crew ambassador Chris M. Yee.
Mayor of the Internet is here. Dungeon Meowster KJ with the hearts and the FHC. Downs has been with us, who is the guest for this weekend's GMS After Dark. And by this weekend, I mean Wednesday, tomorrow, GMS After Dark.
As far as possible from either weekend.
It's more of the middle of the road. Everyone calls it the weekend of the week.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, some have called it Hump Day, but everybody calls it the weekend of the week. We saw Copia earlier today. It's been good to see Copia this morning. Everyone who's been hanging out with us in the chat throughout the course of the show, Drew Mega, who was here earlier, Digital.Games, many others. Thank you for being here. Please mark your calendars, okay? This is coming up on Thursday. It is a live debut of GMS Plays Horizon Forbidden West. Coming up after our game of community games and such, we're going to have Sean tell us all about the reasons why we should be excited for Horizon Forbidden West, what we remember from Horizon Forbidden Dawn. Nope, Horizon Zero Dawn. Wouldn't it be something if they had just changed one word?
Just wait for the third game. It's going to be Horizon Zero West.
Anyway, we'll talk about that coming up in just a little bit. The live debut, the premiere, as some would call it, on Thursday, February 17th, 8:45 p.m. Pacific Time on Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, and at GamingMorningShow.tv. I'm very excited to watch you play this game.
I'm pretty darn excited about it.
Yeah, especially because I mean, you've had some games that you've played that I don't remember you saying you were as excited for, but you've been talking about this one for a long time. So.
Yeah, this one's been on my radar for some time. Speaking of Copia, as of 3 hours ago, we now know what the Williams car for the coming Formula One season looks like, and it is very blue.
Well, I don't think Copia is a fan of Williams anymore.
Oh, it's because he's just a big Red Bull fan now.
Yes.
We don't know what Mercedes looks like yet, so.
Both the liveries, but also who their driver is going to be. Has Lewis confirmed that Lewis is going to drive this year?
I don't know if it's official, but it's gonna be him.
It's gonna be him. There's no reason to think it's not gonna be him, but it's just kind of fun to still like be, what are you doing 3 weeks from now? Oh, might drive a Formula One car. See?
Oh, it's set up.
Ooh, I wasn't too far off. I was definitely late to the party, but. Oh. Rondo the Free. To the heart of true. Top of the Moron, Pickle Feets is here.
Hello, FHC.
You know, named after the dog from Doug.
Pork chop feets.
I can't remember if that was the shoe-in for clip of the day or not, but find out later on this hour. That first hour was a wild ride. Oh, gave you a little bumpy.
You've turned me in the right direction. That was great. I didn't have to power slide or anything.
Just part of my plan. I didn't expect that to jump that high. Whoever names new Xboxes got to name the sequel to Horizon. Yeah, Sean's been non-stop talking about Horizon Series X. Or was this one Horizon 360?
Yeah, this would be the Horizon 360.
Gaming Morning Show is also really enjoying GMS Weekend Edition, which is Sundays at 7 a.m. Pacific Time. It's been a lot of fun. Chris M.E., Austin Tack host that show. Different panelists join us. We do content discovery. A whole bunch of great things happen during that course of that show. It's a 1-hour weekly recap of the week's news. We look at some of the best Gaming Morning Show highlights. And then, like I said, content discovery and an interview, whole bunch of fun stuff, 7 a.m. on Sunday, so be sure to check that out at your next available opportunity. I did see Pickle was streaming the other day.
Uh-oh. I went the wrong direction.
Kind of like Harry Clarence Styles.
Yep.
Arkansas's favorite harpsichord player.
One of the members of that famous band, Wrong Direction.
Could you imagine accidentally hitting the ball into the wrong goal?
Not today. Oh, that's an assist for you!
Sorry, I got an assist. I don't even care if we win. I just need 5 more of those.
5.
The Sports.Gaming tracker is now right below Sports.Gaming, so that's how many assists that Sean needs. This may be very unhelpful, though, because now I can only drive backwards. I can't jump! I can't jump! Also, this is how much it costs to get a footlong at Subway.
It's okay. I'll never get, the assists because I'm missing a teammate now.
No, you get at least half a teammate. Maybe a third, because I... Oh!
I hadn't hit it yet anyway.
I
So.
know. Okay. That'll only stay up for 3 or 4 seconds instead of being up on the screen the whole time. Actually, I got an idea. Oh yeah, this will work great. Yeah. After this game, I know how we'll do it. I'm putting a lot of work in for something you didn't ask for.
Isn't that like one of our pillars? GMS.
GMS. We put a lot of work into things you didn't ask for. Oh, I thought that still might have counted for you. Ricochet that. So what are you going to do after you make your 5th assist and you get your thing?
I can focus on the other stuff.
But are you gonna just quit playing the game?
No, I'll actually try to score goals and stuff. It'll be great.
I'm running toward it. It's so far away. I like how that implies that you aren't trying to score goals like you just did.
Well, there's definitely times that like I'll like ricochet it off the corner that I'd usually followed over to try to score, and now I ricochet it off the corner and I just lay off. Which isn't a ton, so it's not going to be a drastic difference, no. But no, I have stage 4 is out now, and I have a bunch of challenges on there to work on that I haven't really been paying much attention to.
But there's no assist challenge?
No, I have one more in stage 4 that is get a large number of things, and assists is on that list. But it's also like saves and clears and stuff like that, so I don't have to focus on just assists.
So that was intense because I got blowed up or somebody right in front of our goal, and then I spawned back there on overtime.
Yeah.
But the smoke was still there, and so it was very dramatic, like I was getting introduced as a wrestler. Oh no, that's Hefty Goof's music. My God!
Count it.
Yay, we won.
Still like the win. The win's good.
Brendan.
And I got an assist.
Classic FHC overtime.
That's how we do.
Downs goes, wait, so all this time Sean has not been trying to score? Wow. Sean's back. So, I'll have you reboot captions. It is 8:23 West Coast is 11:23 for those watching on the East Coast is 4:23 for those watching GMS in the afternoon. All right, it's time for Don't Let the Person Floating from the Balloons Fall in the Monster's Mouth. This is everyone's favorite game.
It's up there.
We get fan mail mostly for Bob, but we also get a ton for the person floating from the balloons.
It's true. He's a fan favorite. He does important work hanging from those balloons.
Bear sometimes gets letters because Bear Bear's, not with a phone. So, but as soon as I think Bear gets a phone, I think Bear is going to kind of go diva, to be honest. So, be like, I don't have time for your phone calls anymore.
It's true.
So, all right. If you would like to know how we're doing,
To see the record for the most balloons banked in Don't Let the Person Floating from the Balloons Fall in the Monster's Mouth, remember to type the easy-to-remember acronym, ! DLTPFFTBFITMMREC.
all right, this is the hard version of this game, and oh no, the person is stuck.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I'm sorry. The monster was late for its cue.
Sheesh. What's going on?
set, please. Monster to set.
This is the most Thursday, Tuesday we've had all week.
I'm sorry. I was talking to my agent. That's what the monster just said. All right, you can guess letters. I will click on said letters, and we will put them into the puzzle. We're trying to solve this one, which is about opposites. Opposites.
You know what they say about opposites.
They're different than same cements.
They're usually found on either side of an ampersand during this game.
They all say that.
Yeah, it's a very common saying.
Yeah. I was actually talking to my mom on the phone the other day. And Hefty Mom goes, hey, those opposites, those things on either side of an ampersand in this game. It's like, I love you too.
I know.
Likewise. H. I tried one iteration of what I'm trying to make for the next game of Rocket League. I didn't like what it looked like. So I'm changing it up now. Wealth and poverty from the one, the only, Kate Zaid. Kate Zaid is cracked. Nice job, Kate.
Nice.
I believe we're playing this game for the first time in quite some time without either Quiet or... Nope, Quiet's right there. Never mind.
Psych.
Because Quiet, did you even get... No, Quiet only does big swings, apparently. So... Also, thanks for getting it before Down started throwing, says Chris.
And then Kate says, I got you. And then Down says, you. Which
No, Down's got you.
Was very entertaining to see it pop up in that order.
Shaquille O'Neal.
Shaq. A. K.
No, it's... I got it.
It's definitely Shaq. Beating the Heat.
This will be one of my favorite ones of all time.
Oh.
This is, by the way, history, if you didn't see the category. History. Wow!
And
V is not available.
exclamation point.
Oh, I know what it is. Day of the day was yesterday. Hefty is cracked.
Nice. Nice work.
Cracked.
All right, outer space.
In space. Space.
No,
Space.
outer space. not in space, but outer.
Inner space.
What Hefty Daughter say when I didn't get permission to go visit her in the room?
Get out,
I should
out
also-
of my space.
I should also mention that Hefty Daughter talks about herself sometimes in third person.
The letter C.
Get out! You're in her space. Inner space. Oh, you're guessing letters. A.
I mean, Pickles here. Oh, that's not the right one, though. It's this one.
You suck!
Oh,
Kate is
nice work,
cracked.
Pickle.
Cracked.
All right, this is our last one right here. Great vocab words.
Uh-oh. Penultimate.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry, that was incorrect.
Bummer.
No.
Well, that's Pickle, Chris Emmy. Chris Emmy says, the you suck guy is brutal.
Yeah, that's Pickle.
Pickle, how much do they compensate you for doing that voice line?
Yeah. Do you get paid every time I push the button?
Ooh, yeah. Are you collecting royalties? It's good work.
Viron.
I think there's too many letters for Vira. Pickle says, you suck!
He said the thing.
In space. Space. Space.
Pickle's well-being is made entirely apparently off that because I said Pickle says I live purely off you suck. So like when your children say goodnight to you, do they like say I love you, Father, and you go you suck? But they know that means you love them.
We could also change "you suck" to being another way of saying like "good luck." Like you're not supposed to tell an actor "good luck." They say "break a leg" instead. We could just say "you suck." Like I gotta get going. Call time's at 5. Shows at 5:30. Like oh, you suck.
Thanks.
Thanks. Wow.
I whisper it sweetly into her ear. Good night, Daddy Pickle. I'm going to bed.
You suck.
Thanks. I'll sleep nicely now.
Bananasaurus. I
Sorry.
think it's Bananasaurus.
No.
Oh my gosh. Is Cantankerous? Or it is apparently.
Nice.
All right. For 47 bonus points.
Correct.
What's Cantankerous mean?
Right. It's another name for a
Ding, ding, ding.
Bananasaurus.
What's the dinosaur that was well known for being able to store lots of water?
Cantinosaurus.
Bigger than a canteen. Like one that would be enough to sustain a whole household or something.
Water Tankosaurus.
No, a Cantankerous. No, Pickle goes can Tyrannosaurus. No, that's a dancer. The dancer dinosaur.
Do you think can the T-Rexes do the chorus line? They can't get their arms around each other.
I don't think so.
I don't think it's gonna work.
Do a lot of high kicks though. Very good cheerleaders. Which dinosaur had the beefiest of arms? Because are there any basers in the dinosaur land? Because clearly the Tyrannosaurus is the flyer.
It's gotta be.
Although the pterodactyls have something to say about that. It's 8:36. The show is falling apart, but thank you for being along with us. It's 11:36 over on the East Coast, 4:36 for those watching GMS in the UK. So it's been a lot of fun. Thank you for being here. We have a story to share with you in just a little bit, but let's talk more about Horizon Forbidden West. This is the game you'll be playing coming up on Thursday, live, 8:45 p.m. Pacific time on GMS Plays. That is the debut episode on launch day of this game. So basically, you can start playing it at 9 p.m. Pacific time. Why should we be excited for this game?
If no other reason, just as like our audience, you should be excited because I'm very excited, and so a lot of that's going to come through because I'm really excited to play this game, and I'm going to do it a little bit differently than I did Far Cry 6, in that I don't have anything butting up after it. Far Cry 6 definitely hit a point where like I had it scheduled out, where it's like, all right, I need to get these missions done during these episodes, and so it started to get a little rushed. I'm not planning on doing that with Far Cry Forbidden West, Horizon Forbidden West, or Far Cry Forbidden West. So I'm gonna be able to take my time with it a little bit more, and so we'll definitely get into some of the nitty-gritty details. But definitely check out Thursday if you haven't played or know anything about the first game, because the first 15 minutes or so of the stream, I've been kind of preparing a recap of the first game, so that story-wise you're able to just jump right in. And that's one of the things about the game that should catch most people, is that the storyline is it's really well done, and it's a good, interesting story, and it's still a video game, so it's going to have some of some cliche storylines, and some of the side quests are like, oh yeah, I've done this side quest in every video game I've ever played, but the world is really interesting and the combat's really fun to watch, so it's gonna be a good time. And I think I've decided that I've played most of my story-based games on easy just to help get through them faster. I've made the executive decision this week to play Horizon on normal difficulty. So it'll be a little bit more challenging.
You suck.
You suck.
No, I'm not
Likewise.
playing it. from like a because when did Horizon Zero Dawn come out? Roughly.
About 5 years ago.
But that was a PlayStation 4 title then, right?
Yes.
So I'm asking that question because what are some of the like big advantages now with the PlayStation? Like, will this game be significantly better landscape wise? Are there any improvements that you're anticipating?
Yeah, visually, it's definitely an upgrade. Horizon was already such a pretty game that it was so gorgeous already. Where can you go from there? But it's definitely going to be prettier. I've heard the review embargo has lifted, so we're starting to see reviews, and there are a lot of people that were saying that they found themselves constantly jumping between favoring graphics and favoring frame rate, just because like there was so much to benefit from both. So it'll be interesting to kind of mess around with that and really check things out. The photo mode. I don't usually mess around with photo modes, but the Horizon Zero Dawn photo mode, on top of it being a pretty game, was really well done, and was really fun to mess around with because you could make some just gorgeous looking screenshots. And so I'm excited to see that. The plan as of now is to use some of those photo mode shots to do our thumbnails for YouTube. So you'll actually get to see some of the things I'm able to come up with, which will be fun. And then not as much for the viewer, but definitely for me, Horizon is a mostly bow-based combat system, and having the adaptive triggers where you feel some resistance, it might get annoying and I might turn it off, but it'll be interesting to see how they integrate some of that resistance to the different styles of bow. You know, if you're doing something more short range that's more of a quick fire, theoretically there shouldn't be as much resistance there, versus like the sniper version of a bow should have a lot more resistance to it. It'll be interesting to see what they do with the controller for that sort of thing.
And is this game completely open world, to your knowledge?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Which, similar to games like Far Cry, the world is rather large, and so kind of exploring through there is going to be a lot of fun, and taking more time to do more of the side quests and see more of the side stories and kind of see what the world has to offer, I think is going to be really interesting.
It all starts on Thursday, 8:45 p.m. Pacific time. It is Horizon Forbidden Dawn. Nope. Horizon Forbidden West. GMS plays. Man, why are those two titles very difficult for me to separate? It's bizarre. It's bizarre. It's going to be the live edition, and then followed up on Saturday, Tuesday, and Thursdays with new episodes of the YouTube exclusive Let's Play series from GMS Plays. Please follow along. And if you haven't already, subscribe to our YouTube or invite a friend to subscribe as well. You can go to youtube.com/gaming morning show. Kiki Low has returned. Okay.
And episode 1 FHC. Of the YouTube exclusive. So the live is going to be essentially episode 0. So episode 1 of the follow-up after the streamed show is going to be this Saturday. So we'll be able to pick right up off what we do on Thursday night.
Kiki Low has shown back up. It's good to see you. I tend to always favor frame rate in games, says Quiet.
I do too. But that's because I'm not usually a stickler for the nuanced differences between graphics. So I just want it to run really smoothly. And for now, I'm playing it on a not super high-end gaming monitor, not my nice TV that's out in the living room. So I'm not going to benefit a ton from having like the super high-end fidelity.
And performance mode will toggle specifically some of those things.
Yeah, to my knowledge, at least.
I'm excited for. Oh yeah, sorry, I forgot to put your assist counter up. Oh, it's all crinkly and it's supposed to be like a scoreboard-looking 5, and it didn't work. Damn it. We'll fix it in post. Hope everyone's having a nice day, says Kikilu. We are. We've talked a lot about cartoon characters today. We realized that next time that there's an actor going out to fulfill a role, make sure you tell them that they suck, because that means break a leg. I imagine this is one of those things that'll take a little while to catch on.
Yeah, we just got to stay consistent.
Yeah. Because the last thing you want is somebody to, like, take it the wrong way, and then it has less of a chance to catch on. So just tell somebody that, you know, look them straight in the eyes and say, you suck. And then from there, that might work. That might work. Oh. And then, yeah. If nothing else, just tell them Pickle sent me. There's a lot of traffic in front of this net.
Oh, that was close.
I think somebody has a Splosions goal. Because that'll be one occasionally, right?
I don't remember ever seeing one. It would make sense, but I don't remember ever seeing one.
I mean, it gives something other than just assists and goals and all that stuff to do. So.
The ones I always forget about, which I'll do right now, are the ones that are like say certain things during so many matches. I always forget about those.
I'm kind of surprised that I guess the quick chat feature is probably something that's useful. Thanks for getting me an assist.
Yeah, you bet.
Pickle said it's okay to blame it on Pickles.
Good, good.
This isn't any better. This still takes as much hand. I need to be able to put it like right back here where someone can see it. But all right, anyway. You are still right. Me being useful as an actual teammate as opposed to just trying to help you get the assist record. Or trying to tell people how many assists you need. All right, we got the Gaming Morning Show Morning Gaming Renews after this. What are you up to on your Tuesday? I also will tell you the story of a boat launched in the U.S. that has landed in Norway and why that's significant. Mike chose a lot of good, like, wholesome stories today.
Yeah, they're pretty solid.
I mean, the strip search at the prison, that's optional. Like, that's not necessarily wholesome, but, you know, being able to volunteer at a prison is not, you know.
The optional strip search is more wholesome than the not optional version.
True. Going the wrong way. Ah! That's unfortunate.
Uh-oh. Oh, they really blew an opportunity there.
Nice. We need to clear. No. There we go. This is going to overtime, isn't it?
Nope.
I was like, that just seemed destined for some reason. So, well, unfortunately, no assists for you, and the official assists counter remains at
5.
The scroll probably wasn't the best way to go because it's a little bit slow. So I'm sure we can speed that up, right? I don't want ads, thank you. I'm busy. I'm very, very busy. Brightness, font size, LED, scrolling speed. Here we go. There you go. The assist counter is at 5. We just keep track on this easy to read. Oh my gosh, that's making me dizzy. I'm so sorry. Thanks everyone for being here. It's 8:49 West Coast, 11:49 East Coast. It is now 4:49 for those watching in the UK. From wavy.com, current events, boat launched in the US.
I was waving. It's wavy.com.
Confused. Is now in Norway. A small boat launched in October of 2020 by some New Hampshire middle school students that had photos, leaves, acorns, and state quarters has been found 462 days later by a 6th grader in Norway. So you're telling me that this particular ship that was launched by potentially 6th graders in New Hampshire happened to be found by the exact same age group in Norway? I'm gonna say that this is some shenanigans.
Maybe it was Skynet.
It was a 6-foot-long Rye Riptides. That's what they called this boat. Rye Riptides, RYE. It was decorated by the kids, had a tracking device, but it went silent for parts of the journey. However, February 1st, in a small island in Norway, it was found. It had lost its hull and keel. On the 8,300-mile journey, it was covered in gooseneck barnacles, but the deck and cargo hold still very much intact. The student found it, took the boat to the school, and he and his classmates eagerly opened it last week. The school in Norway plans a call with the Rye Junior High students. Quote, when you're sending it out, you have no idea where it's going to end up, how it's going to get there, if it will end up there at all, said the executive director of Educational Passages, the main nonprofit. These kids, they put their hope and dreams and wishes into it, and I tend to think sometimes that helps. The boat set out in the Atlantic Ocean followed a path that dealt with the retirement of their teacher and long periods when its GPS went quiet. Why did they dealt with the retirement of their teacher? The boat came back online during hurricane season, registered pilots, plot points rather in August, September around the same latitude in Ireland. Then it vanished on January 30th. They figured out that it was back in Norway. Quote, I was surprised the boat actually made it somewhere. I thought it was going to get stuck in some middle spot on the map, but it actually made it. It's really, really cool and surprising. Although I'm still tremendously having a tough time coping with the retirement of my teacher, said the student. What that happened?
Maybe the teacher was like, your guys' boat did so poorly, I'm retiring.
I mean, maybe there's more significance, and it was that just seemed like odd. Anyway, congratulations. The boat, the Rye Riptides, is now in Norway.
Oh, man.
I hope everything's good with Sheila Adams, teacher. All right, it's 8:52. Get ready for your takeaways that were pretty okay, chat. What is something you learned from today's show? And we will see you again tomorrow. Right now, at 8:52, it is time to get the headlines of the day in a segment we call the Gaming Morning Show Morning Gaming Re-News, where we recap what we learned in the 6 o'clock hour. Here's hashtag video game expert Sean.
Good morning. It is still February 15th, 2022, a Tuesday. And this is still your Gaming Morning Show Morning Gaming Re-News. You really got things backwards there. Fortnite update, now live, adds gyro aiming and flick stick controls to all modes of the game. Gyro aiming, of course, being borrowed from the Nintendo Switch, has made its way to the PlayStation systems, PC, and Android devices. It is now live, so you can use gyro aiming across the board, and has greatly improved thanks to a collaboration with input specialist and flick stick creator Julian Jib Smart, who, of course, being the flick stick creator, is also featured in another option for controls, the flick stick mode, where you use analog sticks for quick turnarounds. For example, if you flick the stick down on your right stick, you'll do a quick 180-degree turn, allowing for greater enhanced ability to be mobile and survive. Horizon Forbidden West, we've talked a lot about. Well, we're also going to be checking it out in real life in Lego form. Horizon Forbidden West is getting a tall neck Lego set, which we described in the first hour. A tall neck is a tall brontosaurus type dinosaur creature, still a robot, but they serve as kind of radio towers where you scale up the top of the tall neck and it'll reveal a large portion of the map so you can see what's going on.
I once watched a movie. It's called Land Before Time. I remember one of the characters referring to the Brontosaurus character as tall neck.
Nailed it. And then in our last news story of the day, Cyberpunk 2077 had a live stream this morning. Many were hoping for updates regarding the new gen, current gen versions of the game. And indeed, we did get some updates about that. I've not looked at the specifics, but updates were to be had. So go check that out if you are interested. We did get from Downs, I believe it was Downs, report from that live stream that there is some sort of like free trial version that you can play up to 5 hours of the game for free. So if it's a game that you were interested in, then you heard all the bad stuff about it and decided to not give it a shot, maybe you could do it for free. And then out today we had some highlights such as Holy Purge out on PC, Liberté out on PC.
Liberté, 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 liberté.
And Nimbus Infinity out on PC. But the most prestigious award in Video Game Focus morning shows, your favorite segment within a segment within a segment, its name of the morning, went to Super Dungeon Maker, KJ, out on PC.
Congratulations to Super Dungeon Maker, KJ. It's out today for PC. It's our name of the morning and could become eligible for name of the month consideration. In fact, it technically already has, so it's not really a could, it is eligible. We'll have our name of the month for the month of February at the end of the month of February. That's how the month of the month things work. However, soon-ish, we'll have the January name of the month. But thank you to everyone who entered our Fulfillment Appreciation GMS Name of the Month giveaway, where we gave away our backlog of games. And that was a lot of fun. Really, really well received on Twitter. You can follow us at WatchGMS, and we will do another version of that for our January Name of the Month. If you are a Patreon subscriber, you are already entered, and you can always enter for a double entry. And, look forward to doing some more stuff with our Patreon subscribers in the year 2022. Good?
Indeed.
KJ said, oh! Okay, whoop, maybe I'm going to check it out. Check a look.
Check a look.
Billy Thundergun Award winner coming up in just a bit. Takeaways that were pretty okay. What's something you learned from today's chat? Right now it's time for the clip of the day. The clip of the day. Hey, look! It's the clip of the day.
What's the dog's name?
Penny and the dog. That's the official name.
Penny and the dog.
I have no clue what that damn dog's name is.
Carly Rae Jepsen and Garfunkel.
We're gonna look it up and be real mad because it's one I feel like we know.
Maybe it's Limu Emu. Well, wait, is it Doug?
It is now.
Oh!
Someone proves us otherwise.
What about Doug's dog?
Pickle. Pickle Feets.
The name of the dog is Pickle?
I think so.
Are we
now
sure?
I'm doubting it just because now we know a pickle. It's pork chop. It's pork chop. It's not pickle, it's pork chop. And Brain is the dog. It's all coming together.
We got him first try. There you go. It was never in doubt.
Pork chop feeds.
Pork chop feeds. What a good show. Today, our Billy Thundergun Award goes to somebody who demonstrated superior crackedness and showed that we are capable of playing Don't Let the Person Floating from the Balloons Fall in the Monster's Mouth without Quietheim Gaming or K-Laugh, even when Quietheim and Gaming or K-Laugh were actually in attendance. Today's Billy Thundergun Award winner goes to Kate Zaid.
Billy Thundergun, Teammate of the Match Award.
We were very excited for you, Kate, too, because you got to sleep in as well. So, honorable mention, and potentially, I guess, a William Lightning Knife Award to Earthling and who kept it real in the pre-show show. Because Downs wasn't there. Downs was late.
No.
Scott Chick was working on it.
No, it was.
Oh, yeah, Kiki.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Kiki bookended our program today.
They call that the Kiki special.
Yeah, they do. You know, makes sense. All right, thank you for being here.
Well, you know, as they say.
The Kiki special. We're going to send you, if you're watching on Twitch, over to the Just Ryan. I'm Ryan, he, him, UK Twitch affiliate, a Dead by Daylight streamer, part of the LGBTQIA2+ community with a strong focus on mental health and wellness. My streams are a mixture of chill gaming and hilarious nonsense. Please be ever so kind as to say good morning from GMS. Takeaways that are pretty okay. What is something you learned from today's show? We start with sports.gaming.
My takeaway is for sure pork chop feeds. I like that so much.
KJ said, Ryan scared me saying there was breaking news about me, then said nothing. Now I am unnecessarily anxious, lol. Sorry. But it was because you had a game. Man, I promise, when I say I want to talk, everything's fine. Don't worry about it. Any other takeaways? Chris said, my takeaway is there are still a lot of names that end in feats.
So good.
Brendan didn't know about the Horizon Lego thing, so tall.
It looks super cool.
Quietheim Gaming, my takeaway is that Homer Simpson's coworkers are Lenny and Kravitz.
I forgot about that.
That was a good one, too. That was a good one, too. I wrote down as my takeaway that's pretty okay is Gyrocopter, only because whatever gyro thing you were talking about in Fortnite made us think of Penny from Inspector Gadget, and it all changed. So, all right, we'll try it again on Wednesday, which we all call it the weekend of the week. Everybody says that. Every single person.
Everybody.
All right, as we say goodbye, mature audiences, please say good morning from GMS to the Just Ryan, and we will be back tomorrow for more Gaming Morning Show. For Sean, for Austin, for Mike, I'm Hefty Goof. Thanks for being with us. Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, GamingMorningShow.tv.
Like a scene from a movie.